going on, everyone? Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report live show edition. Matthew Peterson here with you all. Following Deshaun Watson's press conference, first time he has spoken to the media, to the public, really, as a matter of fact, in 4 months. So I got some reactions, some takeaways from that. Plus, we're going to look, maybe be a bit ambitious, but still, we're going to look at the playoff path for the Browns, which involves winning out, right? I mean, that's kind of a foregone conclusion. 9-8, probably not going to get it done in the NFL, in the AFC this year. So winning out, but also getting some help in other spots. So we'll run through that as well. Now, while we let the audience build up, before we jump into the meat and potatoes of today's show, I just watched a very exciting finish of Spain, Japan, and Germany, Costa Rica. Kind of got me wondering, who is your World Cup winner? Of course, the obvious answer is the United States of America. But if you've got an underdog, maybe like Brazil, I heard they're decent this year, you can go with that as well. I am always for the World Cup because I love, first off, I'm a bit of a history junkie. My lovely girlfriend Shay watching right now knows World War II in color is on our apartment like 24/7. So I love the political undertones in the games. And Japan beat Spain, which screwed over Germany. Wonder when the last time Japan screwed Germany over and Germany needed help from Spain. Sounds like it happened before sometime in history. I just can't quite remember. Josh, is this pink or salmon colored shirt? The camera can be deceiving. Patrick, you want to be... I think it's orange.
I'm getting salmon vibes.
You're getting salmon vibes.
I'm getting salmon vibes.
I don't think it's salmon. This is kind of an orange shirt.
Yeah.
This is kind of an orange shirt. All right, Levi, what's up? Scorpion's here. The whole chat is here. Brody, decent Brazil has always... Yeah, no, dude, it was a little sarcasm right over the head. I know that Brazil is like okay at soccer. We're getting votes in. Brett thinks it's salmon. Okay, so Barkley, I don't know if I'm going to go that color. All right, so... Let me know who you got winning the World Cup. We're going to talk about Brownies football, of course, for 90% of today's show. But it's fun to kind of spice things up and, throw a curveball your guys' direction. Christian, France. I had a future on Belgium. That went down in flames today. And I know that's not a good pick, but I thought it could be a good pick because everyone said it won't be a good pick. Turns out they were all right. Belgium was cooked. All right, here we go. Little Fred, I'm here. What's up? Nick also here as well. Everyone, spam Nick in the chat. We got a new member of the Dog Pound today, so let's show him some love. Let's get some Nicks rolling in the chat right now. Brett, USA would be outstanding. Yeah, I can't wait. Me and producer Patrick Seatman, we're going to go to one of the pubs, if you will, in Dallas. I can't believe I just said that. I've gone full grass fairy mode here. Oh, Scorpion, let's go. We got a super chat to kick things off. Let's throw this super chat on screen, and then we're going to tell everyone about a new sponsor. We are rolling out. Today is the first day of that campaign here at Chat Sports. But Scorpion, got the team yet, Petey? Oh, I put it in the mail. I hope that it's arrived by now. So what Scorpion is referring to, it took me a moment there, is me and Scorpion, Patrick, and some others a couple of weeks ago, we put together like an all-star of Browns Report viewers, offense and defense, right? Well, I also sent some Christmas cards out to some of the big super chatters we got that day. I put that in the mail last Wednesday, right before I went out of town for Thanksgiving. I had hoped it would have arrived by today, so that's kind of a bummer, honestly. I know the USPS is really busy, but it's been like 8 days, so that it should get there at least tomorrow at the latest. That's kind of a bummer. It'll be a surprise, Scorpion, once you get in the mail. Appreciate the super chat as always. So, with that being said, though, just one moment here. We've got a brand new sponsor that I'm really excited to share with you guys today, and that is Fetch. So, today's Browns Report is brought to you by Fetch. Fetch is a super easy to use and free app that lets you earn rewards on literally anything you buy. Scan any physical receipt or e-receipt, and you will earn points for your purchases. And the process only takes seconds. You don't have to worry about where the receipt is from or what it's on. So, let me show you how simple it is. All you do is open up the Fetch app, press the orange camera button, and snap a photo of your receipt. Then hit submit, and you'll see that confetti pop showing that you've earned some more reward points. It's a simple process. You can also click the e-receipt function to get rewarded for your Amazon purchase or other online shopping by syncing your email account. You can then redeem those points for gift cards at Amazon, Starbucks, or any of the hundreds other retailers and restaurants available that you like to shop at. Fetch is available on iPhone and Android. Use our link, chatsports.com/fetch. Enter promo code chat and sign up and get 5,000 free points when you scan your first receipt. That is the equivalent of a free $5 gift card, for example, when you get started. It's a free app. You're going to get 5,000 bonus points. It's only for a limited time, though. So start right now, chatsports.com/fetch. Enter promo code chat, and the link is also in the comments and the description of today's show. We'll tell you more about Fetch later on, but Browns, Texans, let's get some score predictions going. I think this has the making of going one of two ways. One, an absolute beatdown, because you know when there's a bad team, but they're good for like one win a season? Well, A, the Texans are bad. They already got their one win, and they look like a borderline NFL team. So the Browns could steamroll them, or it could be a little bit close with, the elephant in the room, Deshaun Watson, maybe his revenge game doesn't go to plan. I really don't have much confidence in that theory holding weight, but we have seen that happen a couple times this year. Baker Mayfield, right? Week 1. Russell Wilson, week 1. So I don't think you can just kind of put a nail in the coffin and say the Texans have no chance. But let me know what your score predictions are. Barkley, either 42-10 Browns or 24-17 Browns. Jersey Dogs hitting me up with a 28-9 Brownies. I love it, Jersey Dogs. Centurion, 27-14 Browns. Levi, 45-21 Browns. I'm seeing a lot of high-scoring affairs in these score predictions. The first open practice for Deshaun Watson on Wednesday, I think a lot of us have probably seen the video by now. It's like a 30-second clip of him just working in a drill. No defense, just throwing to his receivers, running routes. And David Bell and Anthony Schwartz both dropped the passes. So there could be some growing pains. I say could. There will be some growing pains, right? Happened. Okay, yep. Happened in week 1. It wasn't moved over already? Oh, that's weird. All right, so with that being said, get your score predictions in. Scorpion, Dameon Pierce will rush a lot of the Browns. Yeah, Dameon Pierce is, I think, the second best rookie running back this year behind Kenneth Walker, unless I'm forgetting someone super obvious. I don't think it's going to be what's-his-face in Buffalo. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Dameon Pierce and Kenneth Walker being that 1A and 1B. So, shout out your city, though. Let me know where you are watching from today. Always fun to see how far and wide the dog pound stretches. So let me know down below in the comments section where you are watching from today. While we do this, could you please get, I forgot all of our bells and whistles. The dog bowl, please. Yeah, and then just some, beverages for you and I. Yeah, of course, yeah. I forgot, I was not very prepared host today. I forgot all of the, the extracurriculars, if you will, of the Cleveland Browns report. Let's see. Paula Chandler is in Columbus. I love it. Arena's in Clemson, South Carolina. Brett's in Naples, Florida. Scorpions in Brooklyn, Ohio. I couldn't decide if I should address it to Brooklyn or Cleveland because on Apple Maps it says Cleveland, but I went with Brooklyn. Shaylin's in Dallas with my friend Nick. Josh is home office working in Michigan. Zach's in Columbus as always. Bucky is in Oklahoma. North Canton from John. Parma for PWR. I love it, guys. We're going to have a fun show today. We're going to talk about Deshaun Watson's press conference takeaways and some of the reactions I had from what he said and what some of the big J's in Cleveland tweeted out about it. So we got that going for us here. Chad is in Houston, Texas. Oh, you're going to go to the game? I sure hope so, because I've heard there's going to be a decent contingent of Browns fans going. Another thing that I wanted to mention, there's going to be a lot of, boos, and that's just true for any away team, but especially for Deshaun Watson this year. Let's just call it what it is. It's going to be similar to probably the Houston Astros the following season, well, the next 2 years after the trash cans, because the year after was 2020. Now, saying all that, though, the Texans have a miserable time trying to fill up their stadium. I mean, they can't pay people to come to their games. So I am going to be curious to see what the crowd is really like, because if they are selling like 60% of games so far this year, 50% or something, maybe a little bit higher than that, but not by much probably. How much is, Deshaun Watson going to draw people out there? So that is a big factor for sure. Now, we did have a super chat come across our screen a moment ago from a legend here at the channel. Oh, and I forgot the poster too. Here, just put the Super Chat menu on, please. And then, yeah, I'm sorry. And the dog sticker. I forgot everything. The stickers, and the pen. It's all on my desk. Okay. I'm a horrible host. Yeah. All right. Happy hour menu today. So we had a Super Chat come in from Scorpion. We'll give him a beer's cheers, no doubt about it. $5, it is the dog bowl. So, you know what? For the first Super Chat, let's just break out the dog bowl. We drink like dogs here on the channel. So if you want to toss a $5 super our way, we'll lap this shit up. $10, we get the fireball out. Some show shots for myself and producer Patrick. $40, it is the legendary beer shotgun races. We've done like 5 of those, maybe even 6. I think it's even more than that at this point. Patrick and I are like 500. I mean, it's back and forth. And then $46, we've got a Super Chat MVP wall that your name will be added to if you feel so inclined. Bucky hit him with a cannonball. You already know it. Yep. This is everything. So shout out to Patrick. I feel kind of like an 8-year-old when you forget your science project at home and your mom has to drive in. You know what I mean? And you feel super bad and you're like, I'm really sorry for the inconvenience. And she's like, it's all right. So this is the Wall of Fame I'm talking about right here. $46 in Super Chats in total. Your name gets added to it. So, thank you to my mother, producer Patrick, for bringing my homework that I forgot. But we got a dog bowl for Scorpion, so let's kind of a light dog bowl. Let's add some weight to this bad boy. All right, there we go. So, here we go. Cannonball coming. All right. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson. What do you think his stat line will look like week 13? Patrick, we'll invite you on screen for this one too. So, is he going to come out and throw? I don't need completion percentage and kind of boring stuff like that. I want to look at just touchdowns, right? Is Deshaun Watson going to come out in his first game and throw 3 touchdowns? Is he going to come out in his first game and maybe be a bit, I wouldn't say underwhelming, but closer to earth than maybe what we're all waiting for, which is a simple Jacoby Brissett stat line, 250 yards, 1 touchdown. The Texans' defense, might I add, is awful. And it is bad. Like I don't think it's getting enough. Every year there's one team that really gets picked on. Remember the Dolphins in 2018?
Oh, yes.
First 7 games?
Awful.
Atrocious. And people piled on. No one's really doing that for the Texans this year.
I do agree. I think it's going to be one of those games where it's like, still Nick Chubb. It's still the run game show.
Yep.
But I think Deshaun, it's like a 22 of 25, 285, 2 tuds. Like a very efficient, not high volume, but very efficient game. That's
I could see that. Ray thinks 17 of 28 for 208 yards. Yeah, I could see it being maybe not like, fireworks.
Yeah.
3 touchdowns and 300 yards. The Browns receiving core the offense isn't designed to throw the ball so much that you're going to run like a college spread offense. They're going to run it a ton with Nick Chubb. He's not going to throw the ball as much as he did in Houston.
He hasn't played in a while.
Yeah,
exactly. A very long time.
Very good point. Very good point, Rays. All right, so with that being said here, we've got a mailbag, as always, at the end of today's show. But get your questions in early and often. Use hashtag Browns, or you can super chat. We already got one. Josh! Oh! Joshua Miller! Legolas! Oh! Baby! Dang! From the back row! Let's put him on screen. And that's a shotgun race before tip-off even pretty much of the show. A $50 super chat. Put me on the Wall of Fame, and too late for Christmas card. Merry Christmas to the Browns Chat Sports crew and all the Brownies homies in the room. Go Browns! Josh, for you, it is never too late for a Christmas card. Shaylin doesn't know this. I hid one extra Christmas card, knowing we might have a latecomer. And Josh, I'm glad you lived up to what I had, planned for. Josh, you are being added right off the bat right here to the Wall of Fame. Could you please write that? And then we'll do a shotgun race before the thing. McCall is bringing it. Okay, awesome. There we go, Joshua Miller. There we go. I saw Joseph in there in the chat for a second, so I got a little confused. Damn. Josh, let's go. Yeah. Christmas card season. Like I said, I popped him in the mail last Wednesday, and no one has texted me that we mailed him to. I got your Christmas card. So I am hoping, like, tomorrow they just, come out. Joshua Miller, a longtime viewer here at the channel, an OG, a staple, if you will. Position-wise, you know what? I think Josh, if he's on this, like, what he is on the depth chart, position, I'm thinking he's your CB. He's your slot corner. You know what I mean? Josh is going to take over Cooper Kupp in the slot. That's what Josh is on this crew. All right, Josh, I'm trying to – we're really – this is a good spot right here. Yep. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot of legends.
We got a full 53 almost.
Josh, right here. There we go. Welcome to the MVP, the Wall of Fame right here. Josh Miller, the latest inductee. Appreciate the super chat, Josh. We're going to do those shotgun races in just a moment.
Oh, he was the kicker.
Okay, that sounds about right. Yeah, because you have the Cade York jersey. That was dumb.
Yes.
That was dumb of me. Big Dumbo moment. Should we get rid of Delpit? So Brandon knows his comment section. I don't think you know the rules of the comment section. Use hashtag Browns, and then you can get on screen. Otherwise, Gregory's not here. Oh, there is Gregory. But otherwise, our software can't pull it. So with that being said, though, no, Grant Delpit, and we're actually going to spend, 5 or so minutes in today's show talking about him. I got some interesting stats for you guys. It's quietly actually turned his season around. I didn't think it was really going to be possible, but I'll tell you why in just a minute here. So, Big Tex is on the shotgun races. Okay, here we go. Lil Beam, what do you think Watson's 6-game stats will be? That's kind of hard for my brain to compute. I'll say in 6 games, he throws 12 touchdowns, 3 interceptions, and an average of 1,400 yards. Is that too ambitious? I'll go 1,300 yards, 11 touchdowns, not 12. I don't think he's going to average 2 a game. 11 touchdowns, 4 interceptions. I'll kind of, balance it out a little bit. All right, Gregory, who would you think is a better fit than Delpit in our scheme? That's a good question. So the Browns' defense this year has done a lot more 3 linebacker sets than I kind of thought they would, to be honest with you guys. D'Anthony Bell, the UDFA out of App State, was awesome in the preseason. Kind of been waiting for him to get an opportunity at least, especially the way Johnson and Delpit have played at stretches. Having said that, there must be a reason why we don't see much of D'Anthony Bell. Ronnie Harrison, sort of the next guy up. He's that veteran backup, although it's not like he's ancient. He's only been in the league for 5 seasons now. That sounds about right off the top of my head. So I would like to see what Bell can offer. All right, there we go. We need a beer for that one. Yeah. The Coors won't fit. Okay, here we go. Cool guy called Zone. Do we think we should keep Denzel Ward? Because I do. Yes. I don't. I think it's a bit of I wouldn't say knee-jerk because it's not like instantaneous. I think it's a bit quick to pull the plug on Denzel Ward after one bad season. This is our Friday. Let's have a day. Let's have a day. We're having the shotgun races now. Yep, exactly. Okay, Patrick's going to come on screen in just a moment here. And we're going to duel our shotguns off here. Presented by Fetch. Yeah. They probably didn't know they were agreeing to this when they joined the Browns report. But welcome to the Dog Pound. Welcome to the Dog Pound. Welcome to the jungle, baby. All right, here we go. So we are going to have our shotgun races here. This is for Josh Miller, his $50 super chat. Ice cold. This is going to go right to the dome. Here we go. Who do you got? Matthew or Patrick? In the chat, M or P. I think the record's probably I think it's about even. I think it's right around even. All right, here we go. Cheers. Ready? 3. Okay, the countdown, man, major disadvantage. 3, 2. Oh, you count down. Yeah.
3, 2, 1, go.
It's the signature. It's back cock. Just didn't get it done. Damn it. Paula with a super chat. Let's go. Wow, that went right upstairs, too. that was a bad performance on my part. I'm going to probably make it the equivalent of, your starting pitcher coming out and just getting chased after 2.5 innings. That's probably what that was right there. A little overambitious for the first game of the season. Came out, yeah. That's what that was. So, got some leftovers here. Jonathan Ward, I worry head injuries. Denzel Ward has had 3 documented concussions in his career, so that's a big factor. It's also going to be a factor for a team wanting to trade for Denzel Ward. He's never played a full season in his career. How about this transition? We go from shotguns to talking about Denzel Ward injuries. We don't skip a beat here at the channel. All right. Bucky, y'all need a funnel. All right, we're going to need a jar and a funnel. Name that movie. First person to name that movie in the chat, we're going to need a jar and a funnel, is going to get a, oh, I'm dripping. Is going to get a free dog bowl. Can you ask McCullough to bring some napkins? This has become like a frat house in here all of a sudden. Okay. All right, here we go. So, $5 super chat from Paula. That's a bad voice crack. I just wanted to say go Browns and have you guys have another drink for me. Paula, we can do that. That is the job description. That is what I went to college for. Didn't know it at the time. But yes, Paula, you get a dog bowl. Here we go. Bucky, 4 weddings and a funeral. No. We're going to need a jar and a funnel. Name that movie. Cannibal. Okay. He bought my private stash of napkins. I can't believe this. I'm a big napkin guy. And I get food. Oh, I store napkins on my desk. And McCullough brought my secret stash of napkins. I can't.
I think this is on you. You have a secret stash of napkins?
I have a secret stash of napkins on my desk. I hide it because I go through a lot of napkins when I eat. Damn it. Rat race. JD's got it. There we go. JD's got it. Okay. Let's get started with today's show. We're 22 minutes into it, and this plane is not taken off yet. So, with that being said, let's talk some football, shall we? So, I think we're ready, right? This is going to be Fanatics. Yep. All right, let's go. Let's talk about Deshaun Watson's press conference today. Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report by Chat Sports. Matthew Peterson here with you all, filming this video during our live show every Thursday at 4 Eastern. Join us next time. But today's show is all about Deshaun Watson's press conference today. The first time he spoke to the media since August and 4 months, and didn't want to answer any of the questions around, the huge elephant in the room. Deshaun Watson started his press conference off with pretty much saying thank you to the Browns, kind of like the cliche, thank you to the Browns, super excited to be here, yada, yada, yada. Oh, by the way, I'm only going to answer questions related to football, which reporters are going to do their job. They are going to ask about, how about the suspension he just endured and what treatment he went through and the process to be reinstated and the therapy and all that stuff, but we do not get any answers from that. The last time Deshaun Watson spoke to the media, which was back in August, he was an open book. Meaning he didn't say no to any question, right? He answered every question. He didn't say, I'm not talking about that. It didn't go very well. In fact, the Haslams and Watson, ever since this trade went down, they don't have a very good report card in their press conferences. So I'm not shocked that Deshaun Watson said, we're not going to talk about the elephant in the room and I'm just going to talk about football. But at some point, he'll have to face the music. Let's get into today's show, though. We've got our Bernie heads here. You guys know it's a staple of the channel. So the first news and rumors segment. Deshaun Watson, is he going to be rusty when he returns in Week 13 this Sunday? I don't know. I'm breaking my own rules here. It's not 0 Bernie heads. It's not any Bernie heads. I don't know. Why don't I know? Because not even Deshaun Watson knows, all right? Watson was asked during his press conference, hey, what are you going to try to do to knock off the rust, right? Haven't played, and it'll be, I believe, 700 days on the dot. His answer, I'm not sure. This is my first time having time off. And sounds about right. I expect for them to be some rust. He, in 5 preseason passes against the Jags, only completed 1. 2 were dropped. Dearness Johnson had a fumble on the second series. We never got to see much of Deshaun Watson in his lone preseason game back in August. Was it a pretty preseason performance? No. Was it preseason? Yeah, that's the whole point of preseason. There's supposed to be growing pains. He also only threw the ball 5 times, and 2 of them were dropped. So we never got a good look, never got a fresh set of downs in that game, for crying out loud. But I do want to throw some tweets your guys' way here. A couple of the team reporters doing a good job of posting some tweets I thought you guys should see. So Cameron Justice tweeting out that Alex Van Pelt, the OC, on Deshaun Watson. There will be some rust to knock off. Hopefully it knocks off quickly. Said it's football and he's played it his whole life, so he's hopeful he'll get up to speed quickly. So AVP kind of keeping it a buck with us, letting us know, yeah, there's definitely a rust factor, but hopefully it lasts a quarter or 2 and not a game or 2. That's a big difference right there. Cameron Justice also tweeted this out. Deshaun Watson said he's taking football questions only, and that's where we kind of transition now from the rust conversation to it's only football for Deshaun Watson. So Zach Jackson, who covers the team for The Athletic, my main focus from Deshaun Watson is locked in on the game plan and trying to execute. We got a lot of these types of, I wouldn't say cliche answers, but, beating around the bush of not giving any juicy responses for, hey, what have the last 4 months been like while you've been suspended? Now, here's another tweet from Zach Jackson about Deshaun Watson, quoting Watson saying, my biggest focus was the mental part, staying locked in on defensive schemes and staying locked in on the scheme we have here. Just following Jacoby, asking him questions, preparing like I was the starter this week. Another quote from Deshaun Watson's press conference. When I first got back, my thing was hearing Jacoby talking to those receivers. We watched tape. I'm able to stand up in the meeting. Let's be able to have that communication and talk. And Deshaun Watson gave a lot of praise to Jacoby Brissett for doing a good job of holding down the fort while he was gone. And he also said he was someone that he looked for inspiration of how he should take over as the quarterback of this team, kind of following Brissett's footsteps for the last 12 weeks of the season. All right, we're going to get to more on this press conference in just a moment, but we are 89 subscribers away from reaching 15,200. I know it doesn't feel like a huge milestone, but this channel has been growing like crazy, so hop on the train if you haven't already, and make sure to subscribe. I saw this tweet from Matt Fontana, and I thought you guys should see it too. Deshaun Watson on his accuracy. My biggest thing is to anticipate the throws, where the guys are going to be and how the defense will play every route. If I can get those details down, I can get the ball where I need to. Now, there was a video that went, I wouldn't say viral, but maybe Brown's Twitter viral, of Deshaun Watson throwing to David Bell and Anthony Schwartz on Wednesday, and some drops happening during those throws. It wasn't a very good sight. It was a bad visual, let's be honest here. I think the connection and the time it takes for Watson as receivers will not be immediate. I don't think these guys are going to get on the field and be on the same page instantaneously, right? There's a lot of times where quarterbacks and receivers, a lot of times they don't even have to verbalize the route. For example, right, a quarterback lines up, he's got his receiver, say in this situation, Deshaun Watson, Amari Cooper. Depending on how the safeties line up, if Watson and Cooper see the same thing, they're going to be on the same page of, Cooper, you should run this route instead. And that doesn't even need to be said out loud. That kind of stuff, that takes time. And that's not going to be happening in week 1. It's going to be not very improvisation, but much more cookie cutter routes you're going to see out of the Browns this week here in my prediction. Now, speaking of predictions, I want to get your predictions in for Deshaun Watson's stat line for week 13. Just let me know, keep it basic, or you can go very super in-depth for week 13. Let me know in the comment section below if you think he's going to be throwing for 3 touchdowns, 1 touchdown. Let me know down below. All right, next story here. We're going to kind of switch gears, and let's talk about Grant Delpit Is Grant Delpit back, right? After a bad start to the year, has he turned his season around? I'm going to give it 3 Bernie heads. Maybe I'm being a bit overambitious here right now, but Grant Delpit quietly has turned his play around the second half of the first 13, 12 games of the season. I saw this on Twitter from Matty G Hot Takes. I thought it was a pretty good take, honestly. I think we all owe Grant Delpit an apology. The Browns' leading tackler has drastically improved since week 6. Quick sidebar, when your safety is your leading tackler, that's not a very good thing. It means your defensive line, your linebackers are not stopping the running backs. But anywho, from week 7 on, hasn't allowed more than 2 completions in a game, hasn't given up more than 35 yards in a game, and gave up 0 touchdowns. So with that, we kind of segue into Petey's doghouse right here, which usually is 3 guys that you don't want to be in the doghouse. But after the win from the Bucs game, we're going to kind of spin zone it. We did this after the Bengals win. Extended leash, meaning take your dog out and you trust them, a little bit more than just a standard 6-foot leash. That is Joe Woods. The way his defense played against the Bucs, got to give some credit. I'm not going to say Joe Woods is free forever. His defense has played bad way too many times this year to let 1 or 2 games buy him an extra season. But for this week, he's getting an extended leash. Extra treats for being the goodest of boys, that is Jadeveon Clowney. The guy got his first sack on Sunday since week 2. That's a long time for someone who's your second edge rusher to go without a sack. So Clowney and Garrett, they both came up big in the Bucs game, but good to see Clowney reemerge for, his best game since week 1 probably? And then off the leash, that's kind of what I'm talking about. Grant Delpit, right? I've got a neighbor in my building who does not use a leash for their dog. I think it is, bonkers beyond belief to live in a urban setting and not use a leash, but that's a separate conversation. But Grant Delpit, he's off the leash, right? I've got no concerns over him right now, at least after this week. He got full reign of the yard and on the walk. We're going to go through more Grant Delpit stats in just a moment, but it's chilly out there, and there is an awesome deal right now at Fanatics. Get the Sweet Browns hoodie with Brownie the Elf right on it on sale. Now, here's the thing. These sales, as we get closer to Christmas and the holiday season, which is already here, they're going to start disappearing, and you're going to start paying a lot more than if you bought it right now. So go to chatsports.com/CLE hoodie. I've got the link for all of you in the comments and the description of today's show. Check it out. Get yourself or a loved one this awesome hoodie on sale right now. Going back to Grant Delpit, though. The first 6 weeks of the season were abysmal. Giving up 11 receptions for 212 yards and 2 touchdowns. Those numbers for a corner, not so bad. For a safety, bottom 5 in the NFL bad. Week 7 through 12, playing 1 fewer game because of the bye? 11 targets, so pretty similar to 14 the week before. Only giving up 6 receptions, though, for 96 yards and no touchdowns. So, yeah, Delpit the last 5 or so weeks has really picked up his play and has not been an eyesore that needs to be removed from the game immediately. If he can continue this play through the rest of the season, I think I'm going to feel a lot better going into next year about not needing to use a prime free agent acquisition or an earlier draft pick on a safety. John Johnson probably gone, but I would be open to rolling with D'Anthony Bell and Delpit next year as your tentative starters. All right, final story here. Scooby-Doo, the Cleveland Police Department. Did they solve the case of who broke into First Energy Stadium and drove donuts on the field? 4 Bernie heads, yeah, apparently they did. Cleveland's finest cracked the case on who broke into First Energy and drove and tore up the field. So, Cameron Justice tweeting out, Cleveland police have identified the individual who broke into First Energy Stadium and vandalized the Browns field. The person has not been arrested, but police say it will be a direct indictment. So, that is that. We solved the case. And, I'm going to feel somewhat partially responsible because I did say it might be the skunk who could have done it. So, I was early on the scene. I won't say I was first. Maybe some other people were ahead of the curve too. But this was, of course, the skunk that made a visit to the Browns game. Not the first time a wild rodent was at the game. Remember this? the raccoon that was there earlier this year. So now, earlier this week, we talked about the skunk that maybe saved the Browns season because some people are saying the lucky skunk won the Browns over the Bucs. So with that being said here, I had you guys give me your best ideas for naming the skunk. And here were the 3 most common answers I got. Baker Mayfield, Art Modell, and Tom Brady. I'll let you guys, democracy, decide what to name the skunk that saved the Browns season, at least for now. 6 for Baker. I feel kind of bad. Poor Baker. He's having a really bad year, and now he's being named after a skunk. Art Modell. This one I like more. Or Tom Brady. I kind of like that, right? It was against Brady, the first time Brady has ever lost a game when leading by a touchdown in the final minute of the game. So get your votes in down below who you think we should name the skunk after. Mailbag coming around the corner. The Brown Tigers here. Let's go. We got a super chat coming in. Tom the Skunk, Art, Brady. We got a lot of votes coming in right now. Art from PWR. All right. Brown Tiger with a $5 super chat, though. Not going to lie. I'm worried about the Texans front office will tell the Texans players to injure Deshaun Watson at all costs since they have nothing to play for. I mean, that is a concern. I don't think that's going to happen. One, if that ever got leaked, it would be a lot like Bountygate, which, I mean, producer Patrick's a Vikings fan. He knows all too well. The suspensions, Greg Williams, Dr. Heat, Sean Payton missed an entire season. A lot was lost because of that. So I don't see that actually happening. I also don't see the Texans having this hatred for Deshaun Watson because a lot of the pieces that were there when he was, drafted and signed his contract extension are gone now. It's not like Lovie Smith has any ill will against Deshaun Watson, right? I don't really see why this really new team, if you will, wants to go bring down their old quarterback. So I get the idea of like a little uneasiness sort of, but I wouldn't put much water into that theory. But $5 super chat, that is a dog bowl. We'll throw the super chat menu on screen. So any new viewers we have right now, Josh, that makes me cuckle. I like that, cackle. So $5 super chat, that's the dog bowl. Here we go.
What would you name the skunk, Petey? I kind of like Art. I like Art as a skunk name.
Yeah, what about Kirk?
Kirk
Cousins? No, I like Art Modell.
Or 12 for Brit. Just name him 12.
Yeah. I forgot why, but I typed Art Modell into Google, and one of the things that popped up first was a Ravens article saying, like, Art Modell once again shamefully not included into the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Art Modell, do you know the story? So he used to be the Browns owner.
Okay.
And he moved the team from Cleveland to Baltimore.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
So he's public enemy number 1.
Oh, so
right.
Browns
Everyone hates. We all hate him. Yeah.
Okay.
And so that's why, like, he's the skunk.
I like that.
And so I got a nice little smile out of seeing him, that article from however long ago, once again robbed, I think was the word they used, of not being in the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
That's funny.
Yeah, Josh, I appreciated that. That made me chuckle. Vasily, you goofy looking MFer, but you speak facts. I'm gonna take that as a compliment. There we go. All right. So this is our happy hour menu. We're at $62 in super chats. If we get to $100, let's do a Dirty Dog Bowl. How does that sound? Kind of kickstart this weekend, expedite it a little bit here. Dirty Dog Bowl, in case you're wondering, is beer and a shot of Fireball into the Dog Bowl. So we are, what's the quick math? $38 away, no big deal or anything, from $100. So if we get to that number, we'll do a Dirty Dog Bowl after this next segment of today's show. Let's name that skunk Johnny Manziel. Manziel was one of the names that was submitted. Not top 3, but probably 4, honestly. I don't know. I mean, Johnny's kind of fun to root for now. You know what I mean? It's like, that's Manziel. Like, that's just Johnny. Johnny's being Johnny. Yeah, Josh got us halfway there. He needs an assist man, right? It's kind of like a power play on the ice. We need someone to move the puck around a little bit. Yep, exactly. All right. Let's get started, though. The next portion of today's live show is going to be maybe a bit swinging for the fences. Positive, optimistic. I like that. Good word choice. Bit positive of the Browns' path to the playoffs with Deshaun Watson. A little baby burp right there. We ready to rock and roll on the ones and twos? All right, guys, let's do this. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this cruise, which is the path for the Browns to the playoffs. Today's show is going to be a bit ambitious. It's going to be a path for the Browns to make the playoffs with Deshaun Watson now at the helm of a 4-7 Browns team. But if you are not giving up on the season, which I believe you aren't because you're still watching Browns content and you're not throwing in the towel in December, well, then subscribe to the channel because we're not either. What's going on, Browns fans? Welcome into the Cleveland Browns Report by Chat Sports. I am your host, Matthew Peterson, and today's show, well, it's going to be a fun one. So sit back, relax. No need to buckle your seatbelt or anything. We, your cruise director, are going to guide you through a potential playoff path for the Browns now that Deshaun Watson is back. So with that being said, I think it's important to set the foundation a little bit here, and that is just right off the cusp, looking at the current AFC playoff picture. Today's show, by the way, being filmed during our live show every Thursday at 4 Eastern. Now, having said that, the Chiefs, the 1 seed, I feel pretty confident about them holding on to that too. They look like the best team in football. The Browns are on the outside looking in at 4-7. The issue that I really run into for this Browns team, and I'll go in more depth on it in just a moment, is I don't think they're going to get into the playoffs as a wild card team. I think it's going to have to be through winning the division. AFC North currently looks like this. The Ravens and the Bengals are both tied at 7-4 with Baltimore having the tiebreaker, and the Browns and the Steelers also with the same record at 4-7 with Cleveland having the tiebreaker. So, before we even get into the probabilities and whatnot of the Browns making the playoffs and their path, which, looking at the schedule, step number 1 is win out. I really believe the Browns have to win out, which is a bummer because, 1, that's not easy to do, but 2, it really makes you kick yourself because you had so many, not just winnable games, but games you should have won with the Jets and the Chargers coming to mind. But you got to beat the Texans. You got to beat the Bengals, the Ravens, the Saints, the Commanders, and the Steelers. You have to win out. So with that being said, the New York Times does a playoff calculator. And I want to share that with you guys right now. If the Browns win in Week 13, they have a 4% chance of making the playoffs. According to the New York Times, it's currently a 2% chance. So one win this week isn't going to do a whole lot for them, actually. In matter of fact, winning next week, the following week, against Cincinnati on the road, doesn't boost their playoff odds all that much more either. It puts it to a 9% chance of making the playoffs. And then after that, when they play the Ravens at home, it is just a 17% chance. So those aren't chances of winning the games. Those are chances of, hey, if you win, what is your updated playoff probability? So winning the next 3, I know that feels like that would be a huge boost, and no doubt it would be. It would get you back to 500, but that's also it. You'd be 500 with 3 games left, and you'd be missing out on a lot of tiebreakers. Now, I'm going to tell you more about that in just a moment, but today's Browns Report is brought to you by Fetch. Fetch is a super easy to use and free app that lets you earn rewards on literally anything you buy. Scan physical or e-receipts and scan physical or e-receipts, and you will earn points for your purchases. And the process only takes seconds. You don't have to worry about where the receipt is from or what's on it. So let me show you how simple it is. All you do is open up the Fetch app, press the orange camera button, and snap a photo of your receipt. Then hit submit, and you'll see that confetti pop showing you that you've earned more reward points. It's a simple process. You can also click the e-receipt function to get rewarded for your Amazon purchases or other online shopping by syncing your email account. You can then redeem those points for gift cards at Amazon, Starbucks, or any of the 100 of retailers and restaurants available. Fetch is available on iPhone and Android. Use our link, chatsports.com/fetch. Enter promo code CHAT at sign up, and they're going to throw you 5,000 points when you scan your first receipt. That's the equivalent of a free $5 gift card to get started. It's a free app, And the 5,000 bonus points is only for a limited time. So get started now. Chatsports.com/fetch and enter promo code chat. The link is also in the comments and the description of today's show. So with that being said, moving on here, the Bengals. This is why I think the Browns really have to win out. Let's look at the Bengals schedule for a quick second here. Cincinnati's 7-4. If the Browns have any chance of winning the division, realistically, the Bengals have to go 500 the rest of the way, right? 3-3 gets them to 10-7. I don't think they're only going to win 2 more games and go 9-8, but that's also great. But I think the most realistic thing that keeps the Browns alive is 500. So where are those 3 losses for Cincinnati? How about the Chiefs this week? Then you have to beat them with the Browns. So that's 2 losses right there. And then I see the Bills or the Ravens also being a loss. Cincinnati has a really tough schedule coming up. So I definitely could see them finishing 10-7 or maybe even 9-8, but let's just hold on to 10-7. As for the Ravens, the other 7-4 team, well, their schedule is a lot easier. They're probably going to beat the Broncos. Maybe Mike Tomlin knocks them off, though. Mike Tomlin's good for some of these games where when you count out the Steelers, he surprises you. The Browns have to win out, so that would be a loss. The Falcons are never an easy out. We also just saw Baltimore lose to Jacksonville. So I don't think you can just pencil in that as an easy win for them. Steelers and Bengals to round out the season. I'm looking at this right here. 3 losses. Steelers, Browns, Bengals on the road week 18. And that gets them to 10-7. And then you'd have a 3-way tie at 10-7. Now, what say you? Who will win the AFC North? Ravens, the Bengals, or the Browns? I'm not going to even include the Pittsburgh Steelers. F-Pitt, they have no chance. They suck. But who do you think will win the AFC North? Let me know in the comment section. Like I said, and I believe this, the Browns' best chance of making the playoffs is winning the division. I just don't see them making it through the wild card because who is competing for a wild card spot? 3 of the 4 AFC East teams. The Browns got swept by the AFC East. They have no tiebreakers there. The Chargers are absolutely going to be a wild card team this year. The Chiefs are winning the AFC West. Another team, the Browns, do not have a tiebreaker over. So I think if the Browns want to make the playoffs, it's going to be through the division. So now we go back to our New York Times playoff calculator. If they beat the Saints at home in Week 16, their probability of making the playoffs only improves to 24%. At this point, the Browns are now 8-7. They would have won 4 in a row as a 4-7 right now. Week 17, they go to Washington, which I said before the season gave me trap game vibes, and it still does today. I'm terrified of that game. That's a 47% chance. Clearly, the Browns are not getting much respect by the robots because they don't have the tiebreakers, right? That's a huge factor. The Browns know, hey, if we go head-to-head with any of the AFC East teams with a 10-7 record, we lose by rule of head-to-head. And then Week 18, win at the Steelers. Then your playoff chances improve to 82%. It's not until the last week where the Browns even get above 50% chance of making the playoffs. Despite, at this point, they would have won 6 in a row, 5 with Deshaun Watson going into Week 18. So I don't want to be a rain cloud because that's definitely a long shot. I don't know what's bigger hurdle. The Browns winning out or the Browns getting serious help from the Ravens and the Bengals self-destructing. I'm going to say it's probably the Browns winning out. The Bengals going 3-3 for the next 6 games doesn't feel like a huge ask when you look at some of the games that they have. Chiefs, Bills, Browns right there. That's 3 games that easily could be losses for Cincinnati. Now, as for Baltimore, they've got easier games. They got the Steelers twice, the Broncos, the Falcons. Those are teams not making the playoffs this year. But priority number 1 for me, to kind of go back to what's on screen, I want to see Stefanski and Deshaun Watson really get into a groove, right? Show us going into next year, hey, we've got the head coach and the QB down. We just got to get a better defensive coordinator, have our starting quarterback for the whole season, and tighten some things up in draft and free agency on the defensive line. Those aren't major projects for the offseason. So for that reason, as long as Watson and Stefanski show that they are forming a great connection for years to come, even if 10-7 doesn't get you into the playoffs by rule of tiebreakers, I'm not going to be too down in the dumps, although it would have been a bummer because if you just beat the Jets, you'd be 11-6 and you'd be in. Oh well. All right, what is your Super Bowl prediction, though? We are past the halfway point of the season. Let me know in the comments right now who you got in the Super Bowl from the AFC and the NFC. The NFC, I have no good feel on. I don't like the Vikings. I'm getting a skull chant from my producer right now. I'm not crazy about the Eagles, but I think the Eagles probably have the easiest path. They're going to be the 1 seed in the NFC. So I'll go with Philly. And out of the AFC, give me the Browns. Chiefs. I think the Chiefs are just one of those teams that everyone's just like, oh, it's the Bills year, and Kansas City's like, don't forget, we are the powerhouse of the NFL. Super Bowl predictions coming in. Scorpion, Browns, Eagles. I like it. Colin, Ratbirds get first place. Brownies second. Bengals third. Fourth, the team that has a trash QB, a.k.a. Kenny and Trubisky. I love it. All right. Colin, Eagles going to choke. I think the NFC is probably going to be the Bengals of this year, where it's like some team just comes out of nowhere.
You don't like the Niners? I feel like the Niners.
Oh, I do like the Niners.
I know you like the Niners.
I do like the Niners this year a lot. The reason why I like them, too, is they give up so much for Christian McCaffrey. To me, that says, hey, we were only going to do this trade if we've got an excellent plan in place to go on a run right now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's why I'm like, they're a pretty smart organization.
Yeah.
So they probably do, and they're probably going to execute it quite well.
I'm going to go with Colin. I'll go Vikings, Dolphins.
Vikings, Dolphins. Okay. Okay. I like it. I like it.
Bowl.
Happy hour menu. It is happy hour here because Patrick and I both have tomorrow off, which means Thursday is kind of our Friday. And we like to have a good time, kick it, and hanging out with you guys. I think we had a super chat come in from the Brown Tiger. Yeah, so let's get that on screen. If you want to make a contribution to the show, $2, you get a beers cheers, you get a shout out. $5, we drink out of the dog bowl for you. $10, we haven't got a $10 super chat yet. Let's see if we can get one. $40, we've done a one so far, the beer shotgun races. 46 in total. You get added to the wall of fame here. Brown Tiger, what's up, man? Here's something fun to discuss. Who do you think gets the first touchdown from Watson in the game? Can be caught or ran in. What do you think? That is a fun one. I'm going to go with it's not going to be the most basic Amari Cooper. What about like Harrison Bryant? I feel like every quarterback's first touchdown is usually to the second string tight end or something. Or to like the fullback. And it always makes for great trivia. Baker's first touchdown was to, why am I blanking on his name? Tight end, also played for Houston. Wasn't it Jordan Akins? Someone fact check me. Wasn't Baker's first touchdown pass to the tight end? Why am I blanking on his name so bad right now? Someone's going to help me out in the chat. You know who I'm talking about. So that's why I'm going the same route here. This is going to drive me up a wall. Okay. Ah, damn it. All right. $5 super chat. That's a dog bowl. Someone in the chat, please tell me.
No.
Darren Fells, yes.
Yep,
That's why I was like, I literally got it. I got the right team. Darren Fells and Jordan Akins. Yes, that's what I was thinking. Yes. Yep, Darren Fells. I was like, I know it's not Akins, but like, because I was so close. Okay, whatever. Here we go. Dog bowl for Brown Tiger.
Shout out the Brown Tiger. Appreciate it.
Oh, I'm mad at myself. That's tough. That's a bad beat. I was right there. Okie dokie. We do have a mailbag coming up, and we can include Brown Tiger's question in that mailbag. And so if you want to be on the mailbag, guarantee, like skip the whole line and get right to the front, super chat your way, and you are going to be on the show 100%. Otherwise, use hashtag Browns in the chat, and you're just kind of at the mercy of producer Patrick, who he's got a good hit rate. He finds a good question, so don't be too intimidated by that. But super chatting just guarantees a spot on screen. That's all. HNT, what about the Browns going after Calvin Ridley? Remember, Ray with a super chat. Let's go, Ray. HNT, remember, he got traded to Jacksonville. I think that's kind of gotten forgotten about. Yeah, he got traded to Jags, and he'll play for them next year. So, he ain't coming to the Browns. But Here we go. Ray, we're almost at 100. Make that dog bowl dirty. So $10 super chat. That is, we're $25 away. We round up here. $23. $23 away from $100. And then it's a dirty dog bowl. That's what we said earlier. But we will do a fireball shot. Do you want to get one? You want to cheers or no? Up to you. Okay. I'll wait till Patrick comes back. Oh no, it wouldn't be Browns Report tradition if Patrick and I didn't cheers. Okay, so Patrick's gonna go get a shot glass. He forgot to bring his. Ray, thank you so much for the super chat. As always, always great to see you in the comment section during the videos, the watch parties, all that good stuff. Really appreciate you, Ray. Ty Man the Buckeye, he's gonna go with the Eagles for the Super Bowl. I like the Niners. It's just, what do they do if they win the Super Bowl with Jimmy G? Do you go back to Trey Lance next year? Haynes Underworld, first time watching this live. Homeboy taking shots. Welcome to the fucking show, dude. We got a blast here. So we're going to get Patrick on screen. What are we going to cheers to today? Oh, I got a good one.
Cheers to.
We're going to cheers to, ready? High school football championship weekend right around now.
You know what's funny? My high school just won state past weekend.
Really?
Nazareth Academy. 5A champs in Illinois.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was pretty sweet.
So I know Illinois was last week then.
Yeah.
Ohio's this week. So it's across the board.
There we go.
Yeah. Oh, Peterson.
Let's
my
go.
alter ego. Okay.
What does that mean?
Well, we're $3 away from $100.
We'll take shots for Ray first.
Yeah. My burner that somehow, I don't know. I love M. Peterson super chatting because it always looks like me. But you guys are witnesses. Hands are free right now.
Hands are free.
Yeah. Okay. So to high school football.
High school football.
Yeah.
Cheers.
That closed in the yearbook. Cannonball coming. Woo. Woo. Okay, $20. Another fireball shot, I said. Yeah, I think it's got to be. Bartender.
Got you.
Thank you. So we are going to get in the mailbag, believe it or not. I know it might not feel like that right now. We're also only at 35 likes. If you haven't liked the video, please go ahead and do so. Thank you very much, Patrick. It's a fat shot right there.
Fat shot.
Hey, I think I got some fireball in the cabinet. I'll take one for with you guys shortly.
Let's go.
There you go. Join the fun. By all means, if you'd like to, you can join in here. Oh, JD! JD with a super. That gets us over 100 bones. And we're doing a dirty dog bowl.
JD.
Oh, Ray! Ray right there. You know what that is? That is, I got a sports analogy. You got one?
Go for it.
It is 3-point shot, steal the inbound pass, 3-point shot in March Madness too. Yes. Not just like regular season NBA.
Yes. All right. What are we cheersing this to, PD?
Okay. We are cheersing this one to, how about Dirty Dog Bowl? It's made. Let's go with, how about good Thursday night game tonight? Patriots-Bills.
I like that.
I like that one. Let's do that. Here we go.
Thursday night game. Fine.
Yep. Here we go. Cannonball coming.
Cheers to Watson. I'll take a shot for Watson. I'll take a shot for my man, D. Watt.
Beer and fireball, an interesting combination.
Probably not the best.
You never quite get used to it, I'll be honest with you. JD, go Browns. We get Ray's super chat on screen too?
Oh, we'll get there.
Okay, good.
I'm taking a shot for JD first.
JD first.
Yeah, Shay. I didn't know you were invited to PD and I going out tonight.
Here we go.
Yes, I'll be there.
Dog bowl for JD and for Ray. Push it over. Love it, Ray. Love it, JD. Here we go.
Here we go. Another shot from my man, Ray. Mm-hmm. Cheers, Ray. Whew. Thanks for letting PD and I kind of start our pregame a little early. We appreciate it, guys.
Yes. Fletcher, what did you do last night? Friend in town, so went out to a bar nearby.
A great bar.
Great bar. Patrick's a big fan of it. And then went home, and, well, when I was out, big time dog owner fear. My dad, all right, this is not football related, just stick with me for a second. My dad for Christmas. Oh, we got Super Chat coming in. Let's go. I'll abbreviate this story. My dad for Christmas gave me a chocolate bar, which is like the most Willy Wonka thing ever. I'm like, all right, thanks, Dad. And put it under the tree. Didn't bother to, say, hey, I know you have a dog, and they have pretty good noses. I put chocolate under the tree, just FYI. Didn't mention any of that. So while we're out, my dog eats the chocolate bar. So major fear going on right now.
The whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I was like, what? And so call my friend who's a vet, and he's like, dogs should be good based on how much chocolate it was and how big your dog is. But kind of sweated that one out last night. So, yeah, if your dog's ever eaten chocolate before, that's gonna get your heart rate going. It's a big time scare right there. Hayes Underworld Series question. Hayes, that looks like a great question. Just use hashtag Browns, re-put it in the chat. That way our software can pull it and put it on screen. Without the hashtag Browns next to hashtag Browns in it, we can't put it on screen. Vasily, right? Vasily Havarius. Okay. I feel like this is a Greek name, Vasily. Let's throw Vasily Super Chat on.
Okay.
Them hoes lying. QB1 Watt baby. I didn't even think about pre-reading that before. That was a good editorial decision by you. So, all right, that's that. Let's move on. Here we go. Hashtag Browns or Super Chat. That's what happens when you get a little bit of drinks into your system and you don't, pre-read some stuff. So, oh well. JD, Hades Underworld. Yeah, just put hashtag Browns in your comment and we'll put it on the screen right now. Ray, which is only 13 likes. We got 38 likes. We can get more than that. So with that being said, we got enough questions, Patrick? Yeah. Okay, let's jump into the mailbag, hashtag Browns, or Super Chat you get on screen. Patrick, whenever you're ready on the ones and twos, let's do this thing. Welcome into the award-winning Cleveland Browns mailbag by Chat Sports. I'm your host, Matthew Peterson, answering questions that our live audience was asking during our show Thursday, 4 o'clock Eastern. Tune in next week if you want to be on it. So this first question comes in from Gregory, a staple of the channel. Which receiver has bigger impact this weekend? So I think the cop-out answer is Amari Cooper, right? But Amari Cooper has 7 touchdowns this year, which is tied for 4th most in the NFL. He's one away from being the first receiver since 2013, Josh Gordon, to have 8 or more touchdowns in Brown history. So Amari Cooper feels like the easy answer. What about someone like Donovan Peoples-Jones, right? What about DPJ, who has grown as a receiver and is no longer just sort of a deep threat target, but actually is becoming a possession receiver over the middle of the field? Really excited to see what DPJ looks like as a wide receiver too, with Deshaun Watson at QB. So Cooper's the fun answer. Going to go with 11, though, DPJ. Brown Tiger with a Super Chat next up. Here's something fun to discuss. Who do you think gets the first touchdown from Watson in the game? It's kind of a good question. You guys can answer it, too. Baker's first touchdown was to tight end Darren Fells. I'm going to go that same kind of route. How about Harrison Bryant? Had a touchdown, 2 weeks ago in the Bills game? So I like Harrison Bryant. I've always said, if I ever see anyone with a Harrison Bryant jersey on in a bar, I'm buying you a drink because I don't know. Tight end twos that score, that's the kind of stuff that just football hard-ons right there. So I love Harrison Bryant. I'll go with HB right there. Down goes Pitt next up on the show. Just confirming there is no chance the Browns sign Will Fuller now that Watson is back right. That's a good question, and I think you've kind of answered it yourself of, yeah, there probably is a close to 0% chance that happens. One, the Browns want to see their receivers get more reps. They want to see David Bell, Michael Woods, DPJ, find out if Anthony Schwartz was a bust or not, or if his career with Cleveland can be saved with Deshaun Watson. They don't want to bring Will Fuller in and steal those reps and those snaps away from those guys who have picked up their play lately. But Will Fuller is still a free agent, and he's got quite the history with Deshaun Watson. They played in 33 games, both of them former first-round picks for Houston. And in those 33 games, 22 touchdowns. That's a pretty good rate right there. 22 touchdowns in 33 games for a QB and a wide receiver. If he's still, which he is, a free agent in December, tells me there's more than just the reason of him not being signed is because teams like their current receiver group. Might be, hey, those injuries are a little bit more serious than we thought last year. Off the field, he's been suspended before for PEDs, I believe. Those things might be bigger equations or bigger factors in this equation than what we might believe right now. Now, speaking of wide receivers, who is your favorite Browns receiver of all time? Gonna get some good responses from this one. There's a lot of legends to go through. At the office the other day, by the way, quick sidebar here, I stumped the whole office with this trivia question of who is the only receiver in NFL history to have back-to-back 200-yard receiving games? Josh Gordon. So there's a free answer for you if you can't think of one. Joshua Miller next up on the show. Does finishing 8 or 9 or worse equal a lost season? No, if Deshaun Watson and Kevin Stefanski look great together. If Watson and Stefanski look like a home run marriage and they lose a couple more games because they score 35 but the defense gives up 38, I can accept those losses. It would make it a lot easier to accept those losses if the Browns had a first-round pick, but of course, I'd rather have Deshaun Watson than the 17th overall pick in this year's draft. I don't think it means it's a lost season as long as Watson shows he's the guy, which he's going to, right? I don't think he's going to fall off the face of the earth like Russell Wilson has in Denver, but I want to make sure it's not just he's the guy, he's a fit in Cleveland. Him and Stefanski are going to work well together, and we're not going to go through a head coaching circus once again. So for me, that will save an 8-9 season. Brandon knows his comment. If Watson is a failure, what do the Browns do? You guarantee all $230 million of a contract, you don't have much of an out. It's not like other QBs. We're like, I hate to bring up again, but Russell Wilson in Denver, where it was not all guaranteed, and Broncos fans were already looking at the contract going, oh, we can get out after how many years? No, you are stuck with him for 5 years, unless you want to eat a lot of dead cap space, which we've seen some teams do, like the Eagles with Carson Wentz, the Falcons with Matt Ryan. But if Watson, if he's a bust, to reference a Colts coach one time, this was like years ago, a reporter asked a Colts coach, hey, what are you guys going to do? I noticed none of the backup QBs get any reps. Is there a plan if Peyton Manning gets hurt? And the response was, Peyton Manning gets hurt, we're fucked. We don't practice fucked. If Deshaun Watson's not the guy, the Browns are screwed. So there is no backup plan. Now, if you want to be on the next mailbag, tune in every Thursday, 4 p.m. Eastern. I promise your question will get on screen, and we can have a nice back and forth about whatever you're wondering. So join us every Thursday for our live show. Hayes Underworld next up. Serious question. Jedrick Wills. Should they move him to defensive? This is not a serious question, it feels like. Defensive tackle next year. Try Hubbard on the left. Seems like he's a natural right tackle. Oh, did you mean move him to right tackle? Okay. You mean, serious question, should Jedrick Wills move to right tackle next year? Okay. So Jed Wills, this is a lot more plausible, did play right tackle at Alabama, and I think they probably want to do James Hudson at right tackle next year. Jack Conklin on the last year of his contract. Feels like Hudson or Hubbard, whichever one they like more, but I'll kind of go with Hudson, is in line to take over at right tackle next year. So I think they're going to keep Jed Wills at left tackle. The guy's been a roller coaster this year, up and down. He gets picked on a ton, and sometimes he deserves it, but when he does have good games, he doesn't get a lot of recognition. I think they're going to keep him at left tackle. He's been there since day one with the Cleveland Browns. I don't see him move into last year of his contract, or at least until he gets a fifth-year option picked up. If that happens, a move making a ton of sense. Let's go to William Schur next up on the show. Do you think Watson having above or under 100 QBR this Sunday? I'm going to go with under. I don't think it's going to be a fireworks display we're all expecting. He has not played football. I think it will be 700 days on the dot. 29 football weeks off from the last week of 2020 season. Missed all of last year and first 12 weeks of this year. I'm going to say there'd be a bit more rust than we're expecting. So I'm going to go with under 100 QBR. Vinny D, Will the Browns re-sign Jacoby Brissett? Good question. I've seen this one talked about a bunch. I don't really see it happening. I think Jacoby Brissett played himself into a role where he's going to be very popular this offseason. I can think of a handful of teams that are looking for a bridge quarterback. What about the New Orleans Saints, the Carolina Panthers? A couple more I had jotted down here. So the Giants are a good one. Thank you. And the Houston Texans. So I think he'll probably be a bridge quarterback once again, and the Browns aren't going to want to pay a ton of money for him to just be a backup. They also picked up Kellen Mond when he was released by the Vikings back in August because they were thinking a couple steps ahead there of, hey, who's going to back up Watson next year? Well, let's bring Mond and Dobbs in, and whoever wins the backup battle for the next 12 weeks of the season will be the backup next year. Now, here's an interesting debate that's been all over Browns Twitter, and we've asked it before. I kind of want to bring it back now that Jacoby Brissett's chapter with the Cleveland Browns has fully closed. Is Jacoby Brissett a top 5 quarterback for the Browns since 2000? It sounds outlandish to say because he only played 11 games. I think you kind of have to go with yes, right? Baker is rookie year, Baker last year. I think he's up there. Derek Anderson had a good year. Brian Hoyer, I think he is top 5. I'm going to go with yes. All right, let's move on here. Dr. Crew with a super chat. His first touchdown, Deshaun Watson's first touchdown, will be a rushing touchdown, my bet. One of my good friends, Tyler, always puts some cheddar down every game, every primetime game of first touchdown scored, rushing by the quarterback. Hits at a pretty high rate. So you know what? I don't hate that idea right there, Dr. Crew. Colin, next up on the show. Will Deshaun pass the ball mostly, or will Chubb get the ball? I mean, the Texans are giving up 5.2 yards a play. The Browns are not going to go away from Nick Chubb. That's not what Deshaun Watson's going to bring this offense, less Chubb. No, he's going to bring RPOs, run-pass options, which sometimes get conflicted with play action, and unfortunately sometimes just get conflicted with option plays, which doesn't include a pass at all. But he will make defenses lose sleep at night trying to defend the run and the pass at the same time. So I don't think Nick Chubb is going to take a hit from Deshaun Watson joining this team at all. I think Chubb's stats are going to stay about the same. Maybe a carry or two less here or there if Watson's spraying the ball well. But I think Nick Chubb and the Browns, they're going to run all over the Texans this week, like Colin points out, giving up 5.5 pretty much yards a play. We're going to answer more questions in just a moment, but we've got an awesome deal right now over at Fanatics. So with the holiday season here upon us, get your gifts right now, like this hoodie on sale. When you go to chatsports.com/CLE hoodie, Cleveland hoodie, pretty much CLE, I got the link for that in the comments and the description of today's show. Hayes Underworld with another question. I feel David Bell is overlooked a lot. He seems to have great hands, seems to have great option in the slot. Do you agree that he deserves that third spot next year? He's definitely improved as the weeks have gone on. Outside of Amari Cooper and Donovan Peoples-Jones, he had the most snaps of any receiver last week against Tampa Bay. So he's definitely earning himself a spot in this offense, which as a rookie can take some time to convince the coaching staff, put me on the field more and more week by week. He's got an awesome ability to find the soft spots in the zone, sit down, and like you point out, he's got surefire hands. Now we just need to see him grow as a receiver and become more of a big catch kind of guy, right? Yards after catch. Haven't seen that much of that element from him, but I do like the Purdue Boilermaker a lot moving forward. So yeah, I feel pretty comfortable putting him down as wide receiver 3 next year. Last question coming in from Night Fright. Should we have went with Dicker the Kicker over Cade York? That seems a bit premature. I know it's only, I know it's early so far in both of these rookie kickers' careers. Cade York did have a horrible shank last week against Tampa, but he also had some huge kicks like the week 1, which I don't think you can hold on to that forever, but you can hold on to it for a little while. So I'm not going to pivot just yet and say Dicker the Kicker, although I did like him a lot coming out because of, 1, his nickname is Dicker the Kicker. 2, he went to Texas like Phil Dawson. So I'm gonna stick with Cade York. Give me the Yorkers all day, baby. So no, I'm not panicking. Give me Cade York. Appreciate all of you guys who joined today's mailbag. If you have not subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Click onto that big red button and make us a part of your weekly Browns YouTube routine. Happy hour time, boys and girls. Let's go. Here we go. Ray just ordered my hoodie from your link. Easy peasy. Ray, I love it. Appreciate you. Let's go. Here is our happy hour menu. $2 a beers cheers, $5 the dog bowl, $10 some fireball shots, $40. We've done it once already. Would love to get a second shotgun race in so I can redeem my horrible performance and beat Patrick in round 2. $46. We've already added one name today. Would love to add a second. Patrick, I know this is your favorite part of the show, where you like to whisper your biggest wish. And
that's actually true.
Yeah, so Patrick right now is going to speak to the heart and soul of the
Everybody
audience.
listen in right now.
Yeah, huddle up, huddle up.
Huddle up. We're getting in the huddle right now. Me and Petey, this could be the last thing we do all game.
This is my favorite part of the whole week.
We need you guys to come through here. I'm begging you. We have the Pittsburgh Steelers YouTube channel trying to kick us out of the freaking studio. I need you guys. Hold it down. Let me, Petey and I drink with you guys. We'll chop it up, talk football. We just need the super chat to come in. I don't like asking.
Yep.
But I also don't want to work, and I want to enjoy my weekend.
Right. So Shaylin is asking, she's become a bit of a figure on the show now at this point, honestly.
Yeah.
How much someone has to, or how much super chats we have to get for her to come on. I'm going to let the next super chat decide the amount, actually. Not the actual amount, but like in your caption include how much to bring my girlfriend Shaylin on the show. Next person that super chats gets to pick the amount. Don't do just $5 though, because that's not very exciting to build up to.
Yeah.
But I'll let you guys figure out what's a good pulse to bring another guest onto the show. Levi and Josh getting the F-Pits going in the comment section. I love it. I love it, guys. So, we did have a super chat come in from someone during the mailbag. We'll throw that on screen.
Oh, yeah. You answered it.
Yeah. Dr. Crew, his first touchdown will be a rushing touchdown, my bet. I like it. Dr. Crew, that's a beers cheers. Appreciate the super chat.
Thank you, Ray. Let's go!
Ray!
I don't like the bag, Ray. I'm just being honest.
Vasily!
Right, slow down.
Vasily Havarius. Am I pronouncing that right? So first off, Ray, $5 super chat. Big Tex McCullough, if you're watching, please, could you bring another Coors back here? I hope he is. I think he is too. This would be a good test. Who thinks McCullough is watching right now? So Ray, a $5 super chat. I'll kind of combine these dog bowls. That's pretty good begging, Patrick. He just does not want to work, and I don't really blame him, honestly. Oh, hey, listen. Hey, another Coors, please. Thank you, buddy. Cold. Thank you. And then Vasily. Rate our red bone with Watson, Chubb, Hunt, Cooper, and Njoku. I think it's deadly top 3. Am I missing an inside joke here? Why do I feel like I know the term red bone and I feel super dumb right now? Okay.
So a red bone, it's like it's a dog.
Okay. I didn't know if there was like I don't know. Anywho.
Oh, yeah.
What is it? That's okay. That's why I'm like, I think I've heard this before.
It's pretty much a light skin.
A what?
Like somebody who's light skin.
Oh, I've never, okay.
Yeah, never heard of that.
All right, whatever. Moving on here.
Cruz!
Okay. Well, go back to the Vasily super chat. Because I never even answered the guy's question. Sorry. And I'll do a dog bowl. I'll kind of combine yours and Ray's.
I think it's deadly top 3. So you talking like probably
top
like
3 combination? I'm going to go, like top 3 of that bunch right there. Watson, Chubb. I guess I'm just missing the whole point on this. I feel kind of bad.
Oh, red zone.
Oh, my gosh. Okay. Red zone. Radar red zone with Watson, Chubb, Hunt, Cooper, and Njoku. I think it's deadly top 3. I agree.
Definitely.
Yes.
Especially with a mobile quarterback, so deadly in that
Something
area.
the Browns have been chasing is a red zone tight end. We thought we had that in Austin Hooper. Didn't really ever work out that way. Would love to see Njoku kind of become that, or at least add that to his game because he's got the size and the physical attributes with Watson at quarterback.
I mean, shit, that one catch last week, PD.
Red zone. Yeah.
One Njoku, one-hander. That was awesome.
Exactly. So, big dog bowl here for the last two $5 super chats.
Cheers.
Here we go. Dion Owens is here. What's up, Dion? Good to see you. My brain was in a pretzel for a little bit there, right there. All right, here we go. Cannonball.
Cheers. Shout out to you guys. Shout out to Colin in the chat. Keep us here, guys. I'm trying to start my pregame a little early for my Friday.
All right, Cruz. Oh, Hayes Underworld.
Oh!
Cruz is, fun enough, my dog.
Cruz
And a $2 super chat from Cruz saying $50 in reference to bringing Shay on. Cruz, once you learn not to eat chocolate, we can discuss letting maybe an adult leave the house without you. So that's what we got to work our way to. Cruz Squirrel, thank you very much for your super chat. Hayes Underworld.
Let's go, Hayes.
Let's go, Hayes. This one's for you, dudes. I'm taking a shot with you guys. Go Browns. 2 touchdowns and 1 running touchdown from Chubb. But I also see an INT happening. Speaking of INT, Derek Stingley, for what it's worth, is dealing with a hamstring injury for the Texans this year. I kind of feel bad for Derek Stingley. I think he's actually having a pretty decent season.
He is.
He had a bad start, but no one cares about the Texans whatsoever.
Yeah.
But Sauce Gardner was probably the better pick right there for Houston.
Seriously. He's been unreal.
Sauce Gardner gives me big Sherman vibes in terms of he's got so much swagger and confidence that he gets away with actually a lot of PI.
Yes.
But when he gets up from the ground, he's so confident that it's not a PI that a referee's
maybe it's not.
Maybe it's not. And he's having so much fun. I really don't want to dampen the party with this.
Good point, Peter.
As opposed to a defender coming up and looking around we good? Oh, there's the flag.
Yeah. All right,
Okay.
Hayes. Are we cheersing this or what, Hayes?
Yeah, we're cheersing for Hayes. It's a Canadian super chat.
Ooh.
So, HNT, I like that. Shay's going to get a big head from that one, too. Canadian super chat, it's got to be...
Shout out Greasy Flight.
You know what? Cheers to the Canadian World Cup soccer team. They bowed out today, but they made it.
Good fight.
Good fight.
Good fight, Hayes.
Here we
Cheers.
go. Cannonball coming.
Woo! Literally took that right as you typed cheers.
There we go.
Shout out to Hayes.
Shout out to Hayes. We're at $128 in super chats. Patrick, what do we want to put the next beer shotgun at? Want to do 150?
Let's do 150.
150. Let's do 150.
Screw it.
That is $22 away.
30 or 22. Yeah. $22.
$22 away from another beer shotgun race for Patrick and I. Now,
PD wants his revenge, guys. He
Yeah.
wants his revenge.
this is the part of the show where we kind of, I wouldn't say filibuster, but we go off the rails a little bit, of course.
Yeah.
Now, we got our favorites and our underdogs. So the way this works now is, you guys have heard before, no super chats, lose a studio space, Steelers Talk with Jack Sperry, crashes in. We are going to buy some time with our underdogs and our favorites. As long as we get a super chat, we'll continue the clock, kind of like a shot clock resets, if you will. If we go through all of our picks and we're out of supers, well, that's the game, folks.
It's also Hades.
Hades?
That's what he clarified.
Oh, I'm
Hades.
sorry. Okay.
Hades Underworld makes sense.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
I thought Hades was spelled with a T. That's why I didn't even do...
Yeah. I thought
Okay.
it was Hades.
Here we go.
Whatever.
Trivia. Who is the Greek god of war? I host trivia every Tuesday night. You weren't there. You couldn't go.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. Ares.
Ares? Okay.
Yep. Okay. All right. Let's go to Patrick's underdog, though.
You guys
Patrick,
want to make money this weekend?
free money?
Free money. Rams money line. I'm all in on Rams money line bouncing back. I'm all in on
I like this.
No reason at all. I have no reasoning. I just think they're going to win. I
Even
think the
if,
Seahawks
even if
are
it's
frauds.
Perkins, the quarterback?
I don't care who's playing.
Okay. Okay.
Really.
I could kind of see M. Peterson, don't. I can't bring a dog up here, so I appreciate that, but that's not necessary.
I'm going the Rams. I just got Rams money line. I think they're going to somehow pull this off. I think it's going to be a McVay special.
think he's going to own Pete Carroll.
Yep.
That's what I got.
1 moment. You keep talking for a second here.
Yeah, we could go to my favorite now. Because I am pretty high on the Rams this weekend. I don't know why. It's kind of my gut. But this one, I actually got reasoning. I think the Cowboys are the biggest front runners in the NFL. I think if they get a 1-touchdown lead, I think they're the best team in the NFL. I think they're the scariest. If you can get that pass rush going, I think this has 45-0 written all over it. I think they're going to murder them.
You talked me into it because I kind of went into this thinking, could the Colts be a difficult out? No.
I don't think so.
They got their 1 win with Jeff Saturday.
And you talked about it. The interim head coach.
It's always good for when you get interim head coach, you're going to be underdogs every game moving forward.
Yeah.
But you're good for an early win. Not a late win. Mm-hmm. But like their first, second, or third game, they're going to win.
Yeah.
It's a fact.
And then you kind of tail off.
Right.
So I'll go there.
We need to see Cruz. Yeah. We got to get Cruz up here. The issue is that our building does not allow dogs. And sneaking a 45-pound dog is not an easy quest. Okay. We haven't got a super chat in a minute, so if you want to keep the show going here, any super chat in the amount kind of resets the shot clock. Oh, Hades Underworld!
Thank you.
Let's go.
Thank you. We'll get the PDs after.
Let's go. Let's do a shot for Hades.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hades, thank
Hades
you.
Underworld.
Keeping us, now we're $20 away.
We're $20 away from another beer shotgun race. Cruz, help me get on the show. My dog's got really good thumbs right there.
Stop eating chocolate.
Yeah, Cruzy squirrel. No chocolate. Okay.
All right, Hades, what are we cheersing to here?
Yeah. I got a whole bunch of burners in the chat right now. People are trolling me at the moment, it feels like. We are cheersing to you know what cheersing to?
Huh.
Ready? An elite appetizers menu at bars.
Okay, I like that.
You know, went out last night. Some
Standard
good apps.
pour.
Standard pour.
Elite bar food.
Elite bar food. So this is to bars that have good bar food.
Yeah.
Right? Where it's like you don't expect it. Chris, listening from LA. Cheers, man.
To that.
Cannonball coming.
Let's go.
Okay. Hades, appreciate you.
20 away.
$20 away.
$20
away. All right, let's get into... Oh, Vasily!
Let's go!
Oh, let's go. Let's go, Vasily.
Thank you, Vasily. Thank you.
That's what I'm talking about.
You the MVP.
Vasily.
Cade's
kicks keep getting blocked. I think it's just how he kicks. Move him and hold her back 1 yard per kick might help. Cannonball coming. I'm getting an audience here. Vasily's, a couple things here. One, I do think your average NFL fan does lose sight sometimes of like what goes into a kick. For example, Corey Bojorquez, the punter for the Browns. When he was the punter for, you guys will like this, the Browns punter, Bojorquez, the holder. When he was the holder for Mason Crosby and the Packers, Crosby has worst field goal percentage of his entire NFL career. When he was the holder in Buffalo, I think it was Tyler Bass. Although I don't know if Bass was there, but still, whoever the punter was that season had his worst kicking percentage. So there is something to, it's not only just on the kicker.
Does he not get the laces out?
It's not even just the laces always. What you don't want, I learned this, is you don't want the ball moving whatsoever when the foot, it has to be perfectly still. And straight up. And so the laces, I think sometimes people focus too much on. It's the angle of the ball, forward, backward, sideways, and not moving at all.
I was a holder in high school. And
Really?
Yeah,
now, Scorpion, I agree. I'm not saying Bojorquez is to blame. I'm just saying this to, like, food for thought. Not every kick is 100% because the kicker screwed up. It's easy to always do that, but your special teams nerds out there will tell you, no, sometimes the hold isn't good. So just some food for thought. That's all.
Remember Blair Walsh?
Blair Walsh.
Laces were in.
Laces were in. As for what he points out here of moving it back 1 yard, I think every football fan has like their own idea of like why doesn't the NFL adopt this? For kicks over 60 yards, the ball should be snapped 8 to 10 yards back, so the kicker can get a bigger run up to get the distance.
Yeah, instead of 7.
Right, because we're always like, how are they going to kick it 63 yards? Well, they do 75 every kickoff.
Yeah.
So it's not that their leg doesn't have the strength. It's that with a 5-yard run-up, they can't generate it.
Petey, I think you have a special teams coaching career in your future.
PD
special teams,
I do love
guys.
special teams.
Petey special teams.
Here's my
Give him the
special teams
Browns.
fixes. And I love Josh Cribbs, but if you take the ball out of the end zone anymore, you're practically insane.
If you
On
don't kick
return,
it out.
On kick returns, if you take the ball out of the end zone, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You never get back to the 25.
Yeah.
Second thing, for kickers, why are you kicking it out of the back of the end zone with like 20 seconds left? Kick it to the 1, force them to return it, and run 3 to 5 seconds off.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
I don't get those two things.
That's true.
Okay. My favorites here. I got to do a dog bowl, though, really quickly.
As I disagree with your favorite after just looking at it, Petey. But I'm
big Niners this year.
I know. I want to hear your reasoning.
So it's Mike McDaniel coming back to play, you know, grass mentor versus mentee, whatever.
Yes.
Padawan, Star Wars, all that stuff, references. I think the Niners are just going to beat up the Dolphins a little bit.
Just physical, just you guys are a
I
soft
think
team.
Tua's good for a come-down-to-earth game.
Yeah.
And
That is
Bosa
what I'm
and the
worried
Niners
about.
defense at home can do that. So I like the Niners to maybe not demolish, but win by a touchdown.
Yeah. I wouldn't be shocked.
You know what I mean?
I'm all in on the little speedy guys on the
Let
Dolphins.
me do a
though.
little beers cheers here. You get some shout-outs.
I'll get some shout-outs. Hey, appreciate you guys. You guys are keeping us here.
Again, more super chats come in. Petey and I get to hang out. We're $15 away from a beer shotgun race. 15 whole dollars.
$15.
Let's go.
Let's go. All right, my underdog now.
Love it. Love it. Frauds.
I think the Titans go to Philly, and Derrick Henry, smash mouth football,
Love it.
beats the Eagles.
Smash mouth football in
Yep.
Philly. This is going to be a smash mouth football.
I think the Titans are beating the Eagles this week. I'd go money line on this one, actually.
Yeah.
I know it doesn't feel right, but the Titans are the king of not upsets, but just disrespect.
Yes. Oh, my God.
They are the
they're
most
all-time.
disrespected team in the last 3 years.
Always disrespected.
And I'm not saying, how about this? You want to disrespect them? That's fine because their postseason record isn't that good. But don't disrespect them in the regular season.
No, yeah.
That's their domain.
They love it.
They kill the regular season. Disrespect them in the postseason. Fade them then.
Yeah.
Not in the regular season. Ray, let's go. Super chat from Ray.
Bang!
Cheers to my two brothers from another mother. Appreciate you, Ray.
Shout out to Ray.
Love the dog pound. People like you just make it that much better. Let's go, Ray. Cheers, man.
My man Ray.
Here we go.
Main man Ray.
Gregory,
Cheers.
always having his Jaeger on hand.
Ooh.
F Pitts indeed into the chat. Okay. PD for president. I'd like to announce that I will be running for president with my running mate Shaylin and my team mascot Cruz. I gotta get Cruz up on screen at some point.
Yeah.
Maybe
you do.
I don't know. Gotta get my Cruzy squirrel up here.
Could FaceTime Cruz in one of these days. We do have that technology now, Petey.
Is it through that laptop? Is that how it works? That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll have to do that maybe next week. $13 away. Colin points out.
13
So
big ones.
can someone just send in? Here's what we're gonna do. Ray, someone else, Josh, just do a $2 super chat. That's all I want of something for us to do a draft of.
Greasy.
Greasy Flight. Oh, he's here. Greasy Flight. Someone send a $2 super chat in of do a draft of this, and that'll be our shot clock. And if we don't get to 150 after that, we're gonna have to pack it up, and then it's Steelers Talk by Chat Sports.
Brutal.
Brutal indeed.
A little bit, Hades. A little
Yeah.
bit. That's where
so
I want
someone
to be.
send a $2 super chat in, and we do this pretty often. Give us something for Patrick and I to do a draft of. Christmas stuff right on the corner. That's a good one. We did that not too long ago. Cruzy. Okay. So with that being
Cruzy's so
said,
funny.
I'm just like waiting on pins and needles to see what draft we get tossed our way here. And then if we don't get to 150, we're gonna have to pack up and let go. So hopefully we do. That'd be pretty fun here. Greasy Flight with a $2 super chat. Let's go. I was hoping it'd be a draft with it too, Greasy Flight. Greasy Flight, love you guys. Greasy Flight.
Shout out to Greasy.
Shout out to Greasy Flight. Love you too, man. Never forget when Patrick picked
Canadian
Greasy
draft.
Flight. in
Third
his
overall.
Canadian draft.
Third overall, Greasy.
And we snubbed what Canadian thing? Drake?
Yeah, it was Drake.
Yeah,
It was
Drake didn't make it. And that
And
was
Bieber. Bieber got snubbed, too.
Oh, I forgot the Biebs.
Biebs got snubbed.
Yep, indeed.
All right, what's a draft we could do?
Yeah, what's a draft? We need Paul Brooks. Oh!
Appreciate
Paul!
it, guys. $10 away.
$10 away from another beer shotgun race.
$10 away.
Unfortunately, our system does not know how to put emojis on screen, but
Yeah.
it is a character waving their hand saying me. What's up, Paul? Waving to you back. Waving back to you. The drink's starting to get to my head a little bit here. Cheers to Paul.
Cheers to my man, Paul. Taking
Yep,
a shot
F.
for
Pitt,
Paul.
indeed.
F. Pitt King, Paul Brooks.
F. Pitt. Someone send a $2 super chat in of a draft Patrick and I can do.
Yeah.
That's all I'm asking for right now.
A draft.
A draft idea. It's more fun when you guys come up with it, though.
It is more fun.
Yep. We're at $141, $10 away from $150, and we will do. Mac is here. Oh boy.
Mac, we're 10 bones away from a shot fun race,
Mac
my man.
Breedalis, F. Pitt. Mac,
F. Pitt.
good to have you in the chat, my man. Better late than never. That's what we like to say here at the channel.
Let's ride.
Let's ride indeed. Okay. Captain
Oh,
Nog!
we're there.
We're there! Captain Nog! Let's go! Legolas, baby! Hey, shotgun race. You getting the beers? Let's do it. Let's do it. Captain Nog, appreciate the super chat. Thank you very much, my friend. Still looking for a draft, though. Someone send a $2 super chat in of things Patrick and I can draft. We're at 150 now. The next shotgun race, well, minimum of $40. So we'll do a discount. We'll do 30. $30 more for another shotgun race after this one right here. Joshua Miller dropped a 50-piecer earlier. That was awesome. Ty Man the Buckeye. I'm losing my voice kind of. Cannonball coming. Oh, you know it, baby. Although I feel like with this, it's more than a cannonball. It's like a boulder into the water. I mean, just a tsunami of beer coming our way. We got the beers. You gotta go like a racehorse. Mac with a super. Let's go. Whoa. Let's go, Mac. That's pretty awesome. We're gonna throw that on the screen. There he is. Appreciate you. Patrick's got to run to the bathroom, but we'll get ready here. But Mac got visitor tunnel seats in Houston to watch Browns march on the field. Mac, that is incredible, dude. That is awesome. I am so jealous. That is so cool. Wow. You're going to tweet me pictures, all that stuff, please. We'd love to see what your, point of view is and stuff and what you get to see that close to the field. Be the boots on the ground for the channel. Report back things you're hearing from the Browns sideline. Be a foot soldier for me. Need that kind of stuff. Mac, that is awesome. I'm going to do a quick dog bowl here. Okay. Ray with a super chat. Ray, once Patrick comes back from the bathroom, we'll put it on screen. But $5, that's a dog bowl. So dog bowl for Mac. Still looking for a draft. Someone come up with a draft idea. I'm going to challenge everyone's creativity right now. Cheers. Okay. Paul Brooks and the F Pits, they just never stop. And I don't mind it. I love it. I love it. Okay. Browns Texans kind of got me thinking about the environment Watson's going to be walking into. I mean, they have not been selling out in Houston whatsoever this year. So I don't think it's going to be this crazy loud environment for him, honestly. We ready? Okay, we got one more super chat from Ray. Let's go full screen, though. We'll see you on the Sunday live show, Ray. You know it. I hope this Sunday show is the biggest one of the season. I think with Deshaun Watson playing, it's got the chance to be that. So, with that being said, it is shotgun races time here at the channel. We crossed 150. We're at 158 right now. The next one is 180. So that is $22 away. Yeah, this is where the fun starts to really go down here. Okay. Bad cock last time. That's my expression. You ready? I'll count it down this time. because you did it last time. Here we go. Cheers. 3. Who do you got? Patrick or Matthew? 3, 2, 1. Let's go. Wow, that's so cold. I mean, that is just like putting Antarctica on your forehead. Wow. Wow, okay. Yep. All right, we made it, though. We made it.
Thank you, guys. As always.
Ray, I heard this morning that Tony Busby and a couple of the plaintiffs will be attending the game. Yeah, I think the number right now is 10, which, listen, it's hard to have a sports take on this. Oh, greasy flight. Let's go. To wrap up the Busby bringing, the beers are getting to me, plaintiffs to the game, it's a bit strange. You know, I don't really see the take, and it's just like, usually this type of stuff doesn't result in you wanting to go watch your, accuser.
Why do they want to go?
Yeah, I don't see what they want to get out of this by going. But hey, if that's what they want to do, I've got I got no qualms with it. It's their choice. Okay. Greasy flight with a super.
Jeez, Petey. We're only $14 away from another one. This might get ugly here really fast.
This could get out of control real fast. Okay.
This might get ugly. Because our man Greasy.
Greasy
dropping
flight.
bombs. Dropping bombs.
Spilling too.
Greasy, it's been a tough year, but hanging in there is the best.
Go Cleveland Browns.
Oh, but hanging out here is the best. Shout out to Greasy.
Mm-hmm.
Pour up some shots for my man.
We never got the draft thing. I've been begging.
We're getting super chats
I know.
too, guys.
I'm begging here. Okay. So I lost my train of thought for a moment. But Greasy, that's where I want to go. Greasy, yeah, it has been a tough year. That's where I'm trying to go with this. It's been a tough year in the sense of the talent on this roster is way above 4 and 7.
Way above, dude.
You know, maybe it's not 7 and 4, but it's 5 and 6. You know,
At least.
at least
But then again, you beat the Jets in that.
you beat the Jets and you're 5 and 6 right there.
Yeah.
So there we go. That's what I'll say about that. But Greasy Flight from north of the border. Appreciate you always, Greasy Flight, a staple of the channel. Cannonball coming.
Whoa.
It's down the hatch. There was a moment it might have been rejected. I'm not going to lie. That was 50-50 for a second right there. Okay.
We're only 14 away right now.
Yeah, we're $14 away from another beer shotgun race.
I don't even know if I can handle it.
I might have underpriced that one
I think
a little
you might
bit.
have.
I might have underpriced it.
But we're not Oh, here we go. Bud.
Paul Brooks, thank you for the draft.
I like this.
Budweiser draft. I'm
Let
gonna
me pull up the list.
I'm gonna just open this up to beers draft.
Okay, beers draft?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
that's maybe the spirit of what Paul's looking for.
Okay, just beer, or
Just-
we just
Just
throwing
beer
seltzers
beer
in?
brands. No seltzers.
Just beers?
Just
Okay.
seltzers. Yeah.
As now we're only $12 away
Yep.
from another one.
$12 away for another shotgun race.
All right, you want the first pick?
No, you get the first pick.
I'll take the first miss, Miller Lite.
Oh, what a bad pick.
That's the best pick out there.
No.
Miller Lite, baby.
You ready? Okay. I'm gonna go with Blue Moon.
That's an awful
No,
pick.
it's not.
That's an-
Blue Moon with an orange is elite.
All right,
So I'm going Blue Moon.
We'll
Nope.
get-
By the way, no
wanna
free
go
ads.
4 each? 4 picks each?
Yeah.
All right, 4 picks each.
Blue Moon, and then the snake goes back to me.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker for Coors. I love
Ooh,
Coors.
okay.
I'm a Coors guy.
I thought you were going to go where I was going to go. I thought you were going to double dip.
Yeah.
I'm going Corona with a lime.
Corona with a lime. Okay, I don't like Corona. What I'll pick later. So this next one's gonna be open for interpretation. It is local beer when you're traveling.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where when you go to
The Dallas Blonde.
The Dallas Blonde is like the Dallas beer.
Yes.
When you go travel to like Colorado or anywhere and you're like, what do you have on tap? And they say, we have some local breweries. That beer.
Okay.
You know, all those. Just general, the local beer whenever you're on the road somewhere.
I got you checkmate in my head right now.
Oh my goodness, this ought to be good.
The Red Apple Busch Light.
Oh! I'm gonna be sick.
Don't even
That's
do it.
disgusting.
Don't even do that.
Are you joking right now?
Have you seen Pete?
Red Apple is your pick?
Yes.
You just took
The
a
Apple Busch
UDFA in round
Light.
3.
No, the Apple Busch Light is like, that's like me taking Giannis at 15. That's like Giannis. The potential is there. This is the Giannis of the draft. If you guys know, the Apple Busch Light. I know
It's
the
an
chat's
awful
got my
pick.
back. The chat's got my back.
No, the chat does not have your
The chat's
back.
got my back on the Apple Busch Lights.
I've got 2 more. No, I've got 1 more.
yeah, we kind of got
Yeah,
ours.
yeah.
You go.
I go Pacifico. That's my. You go to the Mexican spot.
Yeah,
that's
that's
my
a good
beer.
one.
I love Pacifico over Corona
Yeah.
and Modelo. That's my go-to Mexican beer.
Yeah.
So Pacifico is my pick to round out the draft.
So what's my pick to round out the
It's like
draft?
Paul going with Great Lakes beers is awesome. Like that's what I mean by like the local, and which is kind of a, you know, an unfair because it's a whole bunch of beers. But that's what I'm going for. Of
Okay.
like just all the local beers whenever you're somewhere.
So I'm gonna go a little out there. This is my Nikola Jokic.
Okay.
pick. I'm gonna go Heineken.
You
I'm
have
gonna go
picked the worst beers ever. One, I hate Heineken. I think it's disgusting.
I don't mind Heineken.
No, I don't. You
I
don't mind
Heineken.
it and you
I
pick
don't-
it?
Go because it's for the bottle too. Ooh, Labatt Blue.
Oh!
No. I forgot about Labatt. Ooh, Labatt. I'm gonna insert that. Labatt Blues are great, Hades.
Mac with a super. Let's throw that super chat out
Oh.
screen for Mac. I don't know if you covered this, but how about MJ Emerson? So I was originally going to talk about Martin Emerson today, but with Watson speaking to the media, that was, you know,
He's been balling lately.
the
though?
big news topic. So Martin Emerson, a couple facts to drop your way, has 10 pass breakups on the year,
Wow.
which only one other cornerback has that many.
Sauce Gardner. has
Jalen
14.
Ramsey.
Sauce Gardner has 14.
So that brings me to my second point. The place that count pass breakups are not on the same page.
Uh-huh.
Pro Football Focus has him for 6. Pro Football Reference, I'm talking about Emerson right now,
Uh-huh.
has him for 11.
Really?
How can there be a 5 point discrepancy in pass breakups?
Yeah.
So, like, it's kind of tough, but Martin Emerson last week with Mike Evans, he shut him down. He was awesome. And he's played so well that it's kind of gotten to the point of you have a surplus at cornerback with Emerson, Newsome, and Ward, and one of them is going to be on the bench, you know, off the field, to the point where it's like, could you trade one of them for someone that could be on the field more, right?
Who's normally in the slot?
Newsome is. Now, Newsome has had a
on the slot.
concussion the last couple of weeks. 2 weeks is going on now. Now, Newsome moving the slot hasn't been pretty.
Yeah.
So, Emerson has just been, I mean, Pro Football Focus has him ranked as the 20th best corner in the NFL right now. He's been awesome, and he just looked like a rookie.
Sam, actually, we'll bring Sam into our beer draft.
Okay, let's bring Sam Brown out. So, Sam Brown, the
This
executive,
is the perfect category for me to walk into.
Sam is the executive producer here at Chat Sports, and
I'll take
we
it.
were doing a beer draft. And my goodness gracious, did Patrick have the worst picks
did
of all
not
time?
have
They were awful.
All right, here was my 4. I went Miller Lite, number 1 overall. Miller Lite was
Okay.
my 1-1 pick.
Okay, I'll put it there.
My
Yeah.
2 pick was Corona. My 3 pick was Apple Busch Light. My 4
What?
pick,
Yeah, thank
Apple
you.
Busch Light. is
Yeah.
like, it's
Awful.
an underrated drink.
Let me know in the chat if anyone has ever tasted Apple Busch Light in their life.
See if you never.
And then listen to his last pick too.
This was I was taking the guy like the foreign NBA player. This
No.
was like the guy
No,
overseas.
Heineken sucks.
Heineken Star is exactly what I said.
This is a brutal top
We're gaining an audience right now. The crowd is gathering for Patrick's horrible picks.
That is awful.
I went Blue Moon 1. I love Blue Moon with an orange.
I don't mind
And then I
either.
went Coors as kind of your go-to light beer. I like Coors. And then 3, I kind of copped out. I went local beer wherever you are. You know what I mean?
So
like
Dallas-
when you're
for example,
traveling,
Dallas Blondes is in my
Dallas
top 4.
Blonde. If you're in Denver, they've got tons of local
Yeah.
breweries. Just That beer.
I'll give you that.
And then fourth, my Mexican beer is Pacifico.
Oh, see. Okay, so he went Corona.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is better.
I won the office pick right now.
You went Pacifico. He's going Corona. I'll go Modelo with lime specifically. Yikes.
We've got
as
three.
as my Mexican beer.
Okay.
So
I hate
on
Modelo.
my four, I will go local beer. It's Dallas Blonde, Deep Ellum Dallas Blonde. If you're in Dallas, take a look. I'll put Miller Lite in my top four as far as like a casual drinking beer. It's like what Coors is to you.
Yep.
I put Modelo number 3, and then man, I won't get behind an Apple Busch Light. I can't do it. I can't do it.
You've never had
Number 4. Man, now this is a tough one. I'll go with another. See, I don't want to throw Michelob in the mix, as in like it's a good beer, because it's not a. It's about the equivalent of a Miller Lite, but that's like most of the time I'm just casual
drinking. You can't do two light beers in your draft. You got to hit different. Hit the
different,
but
I'm also not going to put. I'm also not going to put Guinness on mine. Like I'm not a dark beer guy.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Revolver, Blood and Honey.
That's my number 4.
Revolver, Blood and Honey. Okay. I just see
Blood
that.
That's my number 4 as well. Good pick, Jeremy.
Greasy Flight! Oh! That's another. Oh, we're so
back.
close. We're $2 away from 180.
Hey, who told Petey to put this at 180, guys?
Yeah.
Who told Petey to put this at 180?
Cheers to the diehard Browns believers. Greasy Flight, Hades Underworld, and myself. 3 Canadian citizens right now.
You're
in the
Canadian.
chat.
Really?
Yeah.
That's what's up. We got 3 of them.
Mom was born in Toronto, so I've got a Canadian passport.
Yeah.
Her whole side of the family's from Canada. So I'm like a closeted Canadian.
That's pretty cool.
Dual citizenship.
Shout out to Canadians.
Yeah, so if I ever get kidnapped abroad, I'm going to say I'm Canadian. And I won't be lying.
We need another draft, Petey.
Yeah, we do need another draft. Someone sent another draft in. But $10 super chat, that's a round of fireball shots.
That is.
And we're $2 away from a shotgun race.
So Greasy and Hades. Labatt Blue Light. My friends are my
I like
roommates from.
Labatt Blue. Yeah.
It's a great light beer. They are from Buffalo. They would get it all the time. I'm all in on Labatt.
So Canadian beer is not just slept on. I think it's more than slept on because U.S. beer, like every U.S. food, I don't even mind this. Tons of like preservatives and whatnot are added. Canadian beer is a lot more like natural.
Really?
So it tastes a lot better.
Yeah, Labatt Blues is amazing.
Whereas like every food in America, it lasts for 2 years because there's tons of like preservatives and shit in it, which TBH, I don't really mind. Our food's awesome.
Yeah.
It is. Like, what do I care?
We get everything.
You get the best everything. Yeah. Okay, here we go. Cannibal coming.
All right, next draft. Wings. We've done wings.
No,
before.
yeah, we done wings before. We've done
Wings.
wings. You guys got to get creative with the drafts.
Now, let's get creative. Next comment we see, we'll do a draft as a shot clock.
Or a $2 super chat. $2 super chat.
$2 super chat.
Yeah. Otherwise, we are going to leave the studio.
We are $2 away from another beer shotgun race.
So if we get $2 super chat with a draft and a shotgun race, that would be electric.
A lot of value for $2.
Hades Underworld from south of Ottawa. That's where my family is from. Love it.
Really?
Yeah, go Senators, baby.
Gatorade draft. I feel like there's not a lot of options.
There's not a lot of options there. We need more than just like 8 options. Okay, so if we don't get another super chat though, we are going to pack up here.
We're going to have to bounce, guys.
Which would be a bit of a bummer. Not going to lie.
Huge bummer.
That'd be a big bummer. Okay. We'll put the shot clock on. That's what we have to resort to.
Old school.
Stuff. Let's go!
Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Let's go, Ray. Uno mas, boys. One
Uno
more.
mas. Uno mas. Uno mas. Let's go.
And then Dr. Crew. I was born in Londonderry, Ireland.
Ooh.
Are you? That's awesome. So, funny enough, Dr. Crew, my dad just came back from a trip to Ireland. In fact, that is where he bought me my chocolate Christmas bar, and that's what my dog ate last night. So, never got to have it. Hope it was good, thanks to Cruz. But, Dr. Crew, thank you so much for the super chat. Really appreciate it. So, someone send a $2 super chat in with a draft to do. I am begging you guys, please. We can do countries for all I care. Hello, Koopy. Hello. Okay, another shotgun race coming up here. Here we go. We're at 182. Patrick, we're at Jeffrey, producer Jeffrey Cooperstein. We're at $183. What should be the next number for a shotgun race? 200? Wait. Yeah. All right, $200. We'll do another shotgun race. 18 away? Oh, Mac, let's go. That's a great one, Mac. We'll do that next. We'll do that after. Shotgun race real quick, though. I see pizza draft, but pizza toppings is a good one. I like states, though. Oh! Let's go. I like that, too. I like that, let's go. Let's go. Dr. Crew. Okay. Lock it in. Lock it up. Lock it up. You lock it up. Name that movie. Lock it up. You lock it up. Lock it up. Here we go. Name that movie. 3. We need the chat to count down. 3, 2, 1. I think Patrick just threw up on the wall. I'm going to finish off. We're going to clean that later. Wow. Okay. I wish you guys were in the studio right now. Patrick just like... Well, luckily that's the part of the green screen we don't need. We'll have to figure it. We'll figure. We'll address that later. That was something. Yep. Okay. Couple more drafts, and then we're gonna get on out of here because I am getting slack to my boss about this. So now. Okay. Yeah. We're gonna do 2 more drafts. Unless we get like a, $50 super chat, we're gonna. Or, I'll put $20 super chat. We're going to pack up and go. So here we go. I'm sorry. I wish you guys were here right now. Patrick's shotgun just went horribly wrong. You get a hole in there at all? Yeah, that's a bummer. All right, here we go. A couple super chats came in. Captain Nog, thank you very much. Captain Nog with a super chat. Good job with the Wedding Crashers. Dr. Crew, Mac, Captain Nog once again. Let's go. Patrick's Chunks up, guys. I have entered the chat. Oh, good job. That's good on your resources. I got to do that more often. Okay. Here we go. That's good. Yep. Let's get, once Patrick gets back from puking his brains out after a simple Miller latte going down the wrong pipe. Okay, here we go. Let's throw these super chats on. You read them out while I finish this. I'll say this dog bowl for a moment. Let's throw these super chats on and try to salvage the rest of today's video after watching Patrick just like a dragon just fire breathe onto the wall.
That was not throw up. Just for everybody.
Oh my goodness!
Just so we're clear, it was not throw up.
And I look in front of me, and it's like the dragon in Shrek just breathing everywhere. It was Game of Thrones came into the studio for a moment. Okay.
Whew. All right, we're back.
Mac, I was going to say do states. Let's do a state draft, and then we'll do the movie draft from Captain Nog. And unless we get a big super chat, we got to sign off. Otherwise, I'm going to get a slack from my boss again.
Yeah.
And that part's not fun. So here we go.
States.
States. Do you want to pick first or second?
I'll go first.
Okay.
Take the hometown state of Illinois, Petey. No, you can't disagree with that. I'll go Illinois.
I'm not going to. That's a pretty bad pick. I'll tell you why. If your state is ever known because of a city.
All right, that's a good point.
You know what I mean? When people don't go, I'm from Illinois, they say they're city.
I'm
you know what I mean? I'm from Chicago.
Yeah.
That's when it's like, ooh.
That's a good
You're
point.
not even a state.
I'm only
you're a
thinking
city.
about Chicago right now.
Yeah, exactly.
That might have been a biased pick. Petey, go ahead.
My pick, I'm going to go with Tennessee. That's where I went to college, University of Tennessee.
Okay.
And Tennessee is, Randy! Let's go! Okay, we'll finish the state draft in a moment. Let's get Randy's super chat on. Have him skip the line for a $20 super chat.
All right, we're taking shots, Randy.
Fatfo F Pit, drink up. Let's go. I'll finish the dog bowl for Randy.
I'll take it 2 shots for my man Randy. Yeah, guys, on that shot fun, if it's not a fully, which mine was ice cold, I don't know what happened. I didn't get a good puncture in it. It went all out the other side. It was brutal.
Poor puncture or bad?
Bad cock.
Bad cock, yeah, that's what happened. Let's go. Randy Capel, my man, Randy.
Cheers, Randy.
Randy, you got the dog bowl finish off for you, my man. Whew. Okay. Let's finish the state draft. I went so you went Illinois. I go Tennessee. Nashville's awesome.
Yeah.
Knoxville is America's best kept secret. University of Tennessee's there. You got the Smoky Mountains, too. You got a lot of great things about Tennessee. Just an awesome state to live in. No state income tax, so that's always a big bonus.
Yeah.
Tennessee. Love Tennessee. Volunteer state, baby.
Who's your 2?
My 2, I'm going to go with Ohio.
Ohio?
And I'll tell you why, too. I like Ohio for a couple of reasons. One,
Cincinnati.
a lot of presidents from Ohio. It's a cool fact.
Yeah.
A lot of presidents from Ohio. 2, good balance of urban and rural. Right, you got a whole bunch of cities. Cincinnati, Columbus, Cleveland in order. I like that about states. They have multiple cities and not just one city.
I have a great fact about Ohio.
Oh, sure.
Most colleges in the U.S. for a single state, Ohio.
The state of scholars.
State of scholars.
State of scholars, baby.
State of scholars.
No, not a bad pick. Not a bad pick.
So my 2, so I back-to-back.
Yeah.
I'm going to go the big dogs. Back-to-back pick. California, Texas.
Oh, you might have just saved your draft right there.
I think I did. I'm going California, Texas.
I did a pander
back-to-back.
pick with Ohio.
Yeah. So I got Illinois, Cali, Texas.
Illinois, okay, yep. I'm going to go with Florida.
Florida, I like that.
I know Florida man and Florida jokes.
It's spring
Dude,
break.
Florida's awesome. Spring break, Disney World. I'm a Disney junkie.
Yeah.
I love Florida. It's always nice. Grandma lives in Naples. Great spot to go vacation.
Yeah, Florida's sweet.
Florida's awesome. Let's be honest. I'll put it this way. If I ever win the lottery, I will continue the Browns report for a couple weeks at least.
Yeah.
And then I'll move to Florida. I'll move to Florida.
Who's closing it out for you? Who's your last pick?
Tennessee, Ohio, Florida. I got a good one. You ready? Montana. Big sky country.
Okay.
Beautiful out there.
Yes.
Yellowstone. Went out there with Shay a couple of years,
that.
2 years ago, a year and a half ago or something now. It's awesome. Montana's a great state. Lived in Wyoming, not too far away from it.
I like that.
Yeah, I excluded my state, the Pokes, Wyoming, Cowboy State.
Bad.
And Cruz. Yeah, Cruz is a puppy came. So, yeah, I'm going to go with Montana. What's your last pick?
There's a pretty obvious one left. But I'm not going to take it.
Were you going to say New York?
Yeah.
That's not, I don't think it's a good pick.
I don't think it is either. You wouldn't
Medium
wanna
take,
live-
good pick not to make.
Yeah. I'm going to go...
New York, overrated.
I'm going to go Michigan.
Oh, my God, I'm going to throw up.
No.
What an
Let me
awful
explain
pick.
myself.
That's worse than Heineken.
I spent my summers there, Holland, Michigan, where Kirk Cousins is from.
Oh, my God.
One of the most beautiful places on earth. I saw it. Damn it, Ray. That's a great pick. Arizona. I should have went Arizona.
You picked Michigan.
I'm going to go Michigan. I'm going to go
that's an
Michigan.
awful
I'm a
pick.
fan of Michigan. In a Cleveland Browns chat, probably not the biggest fans.
No, that's the team up north right there.
Yeah, that is the team up north.
But, that's an
I'm talking summer lake house.
Yeah.
A lot of my friends had places in Michigan. All right.
Other states I like, North Carolina. The mountains, the ocean, and kind of Charlotte, big city.
Yeah.
All 3 elements.
I'm pissed I didn't go Arizona. I love Arizona.
Other states that I like a lot, I like a lot of states. Arizona's a good one.
Arizona is a good. Nevada. I mean, Vegas.
Just Vegas. I've never been to Vegas. Fun fact. Always wanted to go. Never been though. All right, we got the movie draft. Let's get that on screen right now. Captain Nog with a $2 super chat. This will be the last draft we do, and then we're going to sign off unless we get another $20 super chat, something ridiculous like that. Movie character draft, and then Captain Knox and another one in here.
Or actor draft?
Yeah, let's do actors.
Okay, let's do
I think
actors.
movie characters can just be a bit tough for our drunken state right now to pull up on the spot.
Yeah.
But although, haven't we done actor?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think we have.
Okay, all right. Well, let's do actor.
You go first.
Okay,
I already
easy.
know where you're going.
I'm not going where you actually. So what I want to say, I'm not gonna say because I know he won't say it, and I'll get him when I come back. Will Ferrell.
Okay, see.
Will Ferrell.
I'm a little confused.
Will Ferrell, Step Brothers. I can do that whole movie start to finish. Mom, I'm watching the thing with the lady. I can go line by line for Step Brothers.
Okay.
Will Ferrell, no doubt the 1-1.
Okay, my 1-1.
So you want to, yeah.
Petey's gonna make fun of me.
Oh my God, this is gonna be some actor in the '60s I've never
No,
heard
it's
of.
not. My favorite actor ever is Jake Gyllenhaal. I am a huge. Every one of his movies, I love Jake Gyllenhaal. He kills it in everything. Jake Gyllenhaal is my 1-1.
T Swifties hate him.
True. I know Shay's not gonna like me saying
she's
Jake
not gonna
Gyllenhaal.
like that at all. That's why I
I'm
brought it
going
up.
Jake Gyllenhaal.
Okay, what's your next pick?
My 2. This is tough. Oh!
Dr. Crew!
Okay, my 2. I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Oh, I don't
I'm
hate
gonna go
that.
with The Rock.
I don't hate that,
kinda
honestly.
like The Rock.
That's actually a really good pick.
I'm gonna go with The Rock.
Okay, I know my next 2. So I took Will Ferrell. I'm going to go with Jason Bateman. I got a man crush on Jason Bateman.
That's a great one.
I love Jason Bateman. Anything he's in, I'm all about
I
it.
love Jason Bateman too.
I also like Tom Hanks a lot. And that's not a surprising
Tom
take.
Hanks, yeah.
Tom
that's
Hanks
a
does
good one.
everything in every role.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go Tom Hanks.
Okay, I think I'm gonna go. Who plays Aquaman? Jason Momoa.
Oh, no, that's not. He just does one
I'm gonna go
role.
Momoa. I loved him in Aquaman. I loved him in Game of Thrones. And then I'll cap mine off with Leo.
I was going to take that, damn it. Oh,
I saw it.
You saw the chat. I was thinking I was going to steal that one.
I'll go Leo.
I'm going to go a little under the radar. I'm not going to go Brad Pitt. Give me Bradley Cooper. American Sniper and Hangover.
Hangover. That's his best.
2 great movies right there.
Yes.
I love Brad Pitt, but I'm going to go Bradley Cooper.
That's a good one.
Jason Bateman from Cruise. I love it. Okay, Dr. Crew, y'all shoot an all-time offense, QB, wide receiver, all that stuff right there.
All right, we'll fly through this.
Let's fly
Quarterbacks
through
first.
this. Let's do should we just do this year?
This year?
This year.
So you take a quarterback, I'll take a quarterback, I'll take a running back, you
Yeah,
take
yeah,
a running
yeah,
back.
yeah,
you take
yeah,
a-
yeah.
All right, you go first. Quarterback. Who are you taking?
Patrick
1-1.
Mahomes.
1-1
I know
Mahomes.
Josh Allen's the fun pick. Mahomes is just so steady.
Yeah,
And it's not just steady, it's steady at a rate that's above the camera.
he's better than everybody
Right.
else.
Josh Allen dips down sometimes.
Yeah. I would say Allen. I'll probably go with the 3rd best quarterback in the league. I'll go Kirk Cousins.
Are you joking right now?
No, I'll go Jalen Hurts. I'll go Jalen Hurts.
That's also
I'm
a
trying to get
bad
joke.
pick.
I'll go Jalen Hurts. Fun MVP pick this year.
Yeah.
I'll go Hurtsy.
Okay. Running back, I'm going to go Nick Chubb.
Nick Chubb.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
pander to the audience a little bit right there, but Chubb's awesome.
Yeah,
He
I'll
is.
go.
So give me
I'll
Nick
go the
Chubb.
King. I'll go King Henry.
Yeah, and that's a good picture. That is a good pick. Wide receiver, I'm going to go with Tyreek Hill.
You already know who I'm taking.
Yeah, you're taking Jay
Justin
Jettis.
Jefferson.
Yeah, give me Justin Hill. Tyreek Hill. He's awesome.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all awesome players.
Tight end. I'll take Kelsey. Now you.
That's a good one right there. You take Kelsey. I will take.
See,
Darren
there's a
Waller
huge
kinda
drop
sucks.
off. There's a huge drop off.
Yeah, I'll probably go Mark Andrews.
Yeah.
Right. I mean,
That's
he's
what I'd
he's
probably
really
go.
good at football.
Yeah, he is good at football.
Offensive line.
Ooh, I like this. I'm gonna go Andrew Thomas.
No. Do a whole team.
Oh, whole team offensive line group.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Ooh, who's a unit? I kind of like I want to say the Browns, but I'm not gonna.
Take the Browns.
I kind of like because I like the Browns because
Antonio and Teller are awesome.
great interior offensive
Yeah.
linemen. That's sweet. I'll go the Browns.
That's a good pick. That is the good pick. I will go with the Eagles.
Yeah,
That
best group in the NFL.
Lane
probably.
Johnson,
Kelsey,
Kelsey,
Malata,
Malata,
and then that Mattia.
Yeah, Cam
whatever his name
Jurgens.
is. Yeah,
they've
they
got a
got a
great
lot of guys.
offensive line. So I'm going to go with the Eagles. Okay. Unless
All right,
we
guys.
get $20 or more in a super chat, that's the number 20. We do have to sign off because the Slacks are coming in. If you have Slack, you know what I'm talking about. This has been an awesome Thursday with Patrick and I.
Yeah, it's been great.
Yep. Appreciate you guys. Oh, Ryan. Ryan, where have you been, dude? I ain't late, you're early. No, Ryan, the time never changed. We missed you, man. We had a lot of fun today. So unless we get a $20 super chat or more, say the next 60 seconds. All right, Dr. Crew, that'll be the shot clock. Once we run through the defense.
This will be the shot clock.
Yeah, let's do what you want to do. Like
Secondary, linebacker, D-line.
Yeah, let's do that. I'll start. Pass rush. D-line.
Edge.
D-line.
Yeah.
D-line. D-line. I will go with the Bills. Ed
Bills?
Oliver.
Yeah.
Like healthy here. Ed
Ruseo,
Oliver.
Miller.
Miller. Like that. I'll go with the Bills defensive line. Front four.
Yeah, I'll go. I mean, kind of name based, but I'll go the Niners. I like the Niners.
Fred
Physical
Warner?
group. Yeah. Bosa.
Yep.
got-
Your D-line. Your
Oh
D-line.
yeah, D-line.
Yep.
I'll go Bosa and the boys.
Good one.
For that.
My linebacker unit, I will go with who's the best off-ball linebacker.
But Fred Warner.
I might just do the Niners.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be creative and go a different route. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the Cowboys to get Micah Parsons.
Sneaky one.
Yeah, that's a sneaky one. Daryl, let's go! Let's go, Daryl Christensen. We'll throw that on screen next.
I'll
Round
go
out
Fred
here.
Warner now. I'll stick with the
Niners?
Niners.
Okay.
Yeah.
Get a whole
I love
Niners
Fred
defense. Secondary? Your pick or my pick? Your pick.
I'll go Seattle Seahawks.
Oh,
I like Tariq Woolen,
is-
Kobe Bryant, the young guns.
Okay, my secondary, I will go with. Not gonna go with that. Give me the. Give me the Dolphins when fully healthy.
Xavier
Byron
Howard.
Jones and Xavier Howard
Yeah.
and Javon Holland.
Yeah.
That's
they're
a
good.
fun secondary right there. Okay, Daryl Christian, excuse me. What do you think Watson's record is going to be? I got two answers for you, Daryl. I've got what I want it to be, which is 6-0. But I think it's going to be so hard because he hasn't played in so long.
You never know.
So we have no idea what to kind of expect. I think the safe answer is like 4-2. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Probably split the Ravens and the Bengals, and then drop one between the Steelers, the Commanders, and the Saints.
Yeah.
You know, one of those three games. And I know you're going to go, the Browns are better than those all three teams. The Browns have been a lot better than a lot of teams they've lost to this year.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think it's going to be a 180 with Watson, where now they can't lose to a team at the Falcons level, who, by the way, has more wins than the Browns this year.
That's crazy.
So it is crazy. You know, before the season, I said the Browns were losing to the Falcons, and I lost subscribers because of it. Because people said, "You're dumb. I'm unsubscribing," and then it happened.
Funny enough.
Yeah, I was like, "Well, you see, it's the NFL for you." All right, I'm gonna turn the shot clock on. 60 seconds, $20 super chat or more, and we will stay live here on the show. Otherwise, we need to sign off. Timer's on. There we go. Travis, if we pick today's players, Allen, Chubb, Walker, Kenneth Walker, wow, as RB2.
Wow, high praise.
Jefferson, Cheetah, and Njoku, and Andrews. Okay, I don't mind that.
Yeah.
I don't mind that at all. Although, a bit early for Walker, but, man, the Seahawks with the Broncos' first-round pick this year and their own, the only thing that's going to hold back Seattle is, what if they get too invested with Geno, and it's just a one-hit wonder for him this year?
Yeah.
And then they're great team, and we've seen this all the time in the NFL. Great team, don't have the quarterback, and all these great players are on expiring contracts soon, and you're wasting their time.
Yeah.
So that's my only fear for Seattle. Okay, we're almost at a minute. I'll give an extra 5 seconds because I know YouTube has a delay. So unless we get a $20 super chat, we're going to have to sign off here. It's been fun. It's been an awesome Thursday
been
hanging
great.
out with you guys. Colin, bye, Patrick and Matthew. Sadly, I won't be watching the live here on Sunday. Go Browns. Colin, we'll miss you. Go Browns indeed. Appreciate all of you guys for tuning in, making us a part of your Thursday.
Keeping us
for
here.
all the super chatters, big thanks to you guys for making the show possible, right? Being the engine to today's show for sure, no doubt about it. See you Sunday and Thursdays? Yeah. Hades, you know it.
Yeah.
Patrick, let's sign off. This has
See
been
you
great.
guys.
This has been awesome. We're going to see you guys on Sunday for Browns, Texans, Deshaun Watson. First time we get to see him play. Greg, we'll throw it on screen. Greg, a longtime viewer here at the channel. I love it. Okay, I'll stay a Browns fan. Greg was going to hand in his fandom card earlier
Really?
this week. Good time. Good thing we kept Greg. Greg's a staple at the channel. No doubt about it. Cheers, Greg. Appreciate the super chat. Gonna sign off.
Yeah. See you guys later.
Patrick, thank you for everything today. And go Browns. Yeah,
Go
not
Browns.
Easter Sunday. And Mac, tweet at me the pictures from the